Yo ho ho, everybody. It's almost 100 degrees here in the Northeast, and we all have, at least two of us have sweaters, but all of us have Christmas hats on. So, gang, Merry Christmas. Hello, Christmas in July. Welcome, everybody, to Fantastic Finds. I'm one of your hosts tonight, Jason from Mother Tucker's Antiques, along with the one, the only Enamor, Amie, and our guest tonight, our special guest tonight, is the one, the only garden guy, Bill. How are you, sir?
Awesome.
How are you doing, Amie? You look hot. You look hot.
It's also 93 degrees here today. So in true Christmas in July fashion, we have to wear hats. It's just a must for Christmas in July. So I'm good.
And one quick disclaimer, guys, this is Tina's hat. I borrow it. I have to sign it out and rent it for the day. And then I got to put it back in its, sealed metal box so nothing happens to it. So, yes. So again, welcome everybody. Before we get started, please make sure you are subscribed to my two friends here on the screen. Make sure you're subbed and subscribed to Garden Guy Bill's channel, along with Enamor Amie. Both of their links are in the description down below. They both have Instagram accounts, so please give them a follow over there as well. And also, before we really get into it, Amie, you got a double header this week for Christmas, don't you? So what do you have? You have something tomorrow.
I do, yeah. So tomorrow night, I have a very special lady joining me on my channel. The one, the only, Pama Bama of Pamela Blanchard of Oak Grove Mercantile. We're doing another Christmas in July sale tomorrow, a mixture of handmade and vintage, both of us. Pam's been working on handmade stuff. I've been working on handmade stuff. So I can't wait. It's going to be super fun.
And also, right before you guys head over to watch her tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, you can head over to Instagram. And Bill, what will you be doing over on the big old IG?
Yeah, I have another episode of Kitsch Keepers. Tomorrow's theme is Kitschalicious, so you can expect a lot of kitschy goodness related to my favorite subject, other than gardening, food.
It's always a good afternoon over there with you and
Potatoes.
Crazy for Kitsch. It's always a good time. So, all right, gang. We'll start out. We'll say hello to everybody. Of course, the one, the only, Karen Gillette's in the house. She's our official mod and bid ender. Thank you always, Karen, for being so supportive of all of us and always being our mod and bid ender here on Mother Tucker's. We couldn't do it without you, so we appreciate you so much, and we thank you. We honestly, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you guys so much. We got the other half of the Gillette Corporation. We got the one, the only, Grady Grupo Vintage Recordings. Hello. How are you, Gavin? Gang, if you are not subscribed to his channel, please do so. My little chubby heart goes out because I was a DJ and it's the music, and to me it matches the vintage. It was the soundtrack to when these things were new. So please give him a follow if you're interested in hearing some vinyl music. It's a really good YouTube channel, and maybe if he's lucky, his wife will drop his link in the chat for everybody. So hello, Mr. Gavin. We got the one, the only, Karen Radford. How are you? So good to see you. We got Deborah in the house. Welcome, Deborah. Welcome, everybody. Hello. I cannot believe that it is July 5th already. Honest to Pete, I literally feels like just yesterday we were here and it was Christmas time. So hello, Miss Kelly down there in Texas, the Lone Star State. Hello. How are you? We have my mother in the chat. Hello, Mom. Welcome. We have Shannon here with us. How are you? Gang, I'm going to put on a pound doing it, but I don't care because I'm going to say hello to our friend Powdered Donut. How are you? We have the very lovely Leslie Newquest in the chat with us. How are you, Leslie? It's always great to see you. We got Robin here with us. How are you, Robin? Welcome. Hello. Happy Wednesday. Cheryl's in the house with us. How are you? Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas in July. We have our other mod of the evening that helps us out so much. Holly, hello. Thank you, Holly, for all of your continued support for all of our channels and all of us. We couldn't do it without you, and we really appreciate you too so much. Let's see who else is down here. Laura Orton, how are you? It's great to see you. I see Chrissy is here with us. How are you? Also from the Lone Star State, down in the heart of Texas. We got Bonnie here with us. How are you? Amie, I need a little help here.
Well, don't you know, Jason, you got to practice your Minnesota accent.
I don't know if I have. See,
Wow,
that,
you put an Irish for a minute.
It was real fast.
It's that and like the Pennsylvania Dutch comes out. So I thank you, Amie, for helping me with that. So we got Sweet Rose Bud. How are you? Always great to see you. Welcome, everybody. See who else is here with us. Gang, if you want to say hello or you want to shout out, please say something in the chat very quickly because I'm going to scroll down here a little quicker. Pat, how are you? It's so good to see you, Pat. Every single time I see her avatar, she always makes me just smile. Just makes me smile. It's always so great to see you, Pat. There is our friend Katie, Vintage Treasure Girl. Gang, make sure you're following her over on Instagram. I think she's literally like a smidge from the 10,000 mark. So, gang, if you're not subscribed to her, please just go over and make sure you subscribe to her. If you love, especially like things that we're going to show tonight, you guys got to follow Vintage Treasure Girl. So thank you so much, Katie, for coming over and hanging out with us. Let's see who else is here with us tonight. We have Amy's mom. Hello, Mama Pam. Always good to see you. Hi, Vicky. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the middle of the week. Hopefully, maybe you guys took off for the whole week. This would be a good week to just take the whole week off. Hey, Greg. Welcome. How are you? We got Carrie here with us. Welcome, everybody. There's Miss Karen chasing vintage. Always great to see you. Merry Christmas in July. How is everybody? We got my other half, Tina of Mother Tuckers, is in the chat. We have Sandra. How are you? Great to see you. We got Miss Funny Girl herself, Les. Welcome, Les. How are you? We have Laura here with us. We got Rosie Clover. Welcome, everybody. So good to see everybody here with us tonight. See who else is here. We got Monica. How are you, Monica? Welcome, everybody. Our friend Chris is here with us. How are you? Even our friend Taylor is in the house. How are you? Welcome, everybody. Hopefully you guys had a good 4th of July and you're ready to start thinking Christmas in July. Let's see who else is here with us. We have Cindy in the house with us. Who else is here? We'll scroll down. I'm seeing a couple double names here. I see Donna. Hello, Donna. Welcome, everybody. Scroll down here a little bit faster. Get down to the end. We're all the way down to the end because I see the lovely Karen Gillette again. So, gang, with everybody here, we got about 110 of you here. Welcome again. I'm going to turn it over to Amy, and she's going to tell you how things are going to work here tonight.
Okay. Well, I want to do a special shout out to my friend Laura, who's Pibsy in the chat. You guys are going to see her in my video that drops this Sunday from the Midland, Michigan Antiques Market. So you get to see what Laura looks like. She is just lovely and adorable. She got to come shopping with Mama Pam and I. So I can't wait for that video to come out. So welcome everybody tonight. Happy Christmas in July. I know I can speak for all three of us here on the screen. We are huge vintage Christmas lovers. So it's only appropriate that we kick off Christmas in July season with a live sale together. So Bill is our guest today. So I will be going over how all of the rules of the sale are going to work today. I know most of you are familiar with how a live sale will work this evening, but in case we have anybody new that is hopping over from Instagram or watching for the first time, welcome. If you guys have questions as we go, definitely type them down into the chat. We have a lot of vintage community members that are very helpful and can answer any questions for you if we don't catch your question and can answer it live for you. Don't be afraid to say hello. We have a very friendly group of chatters tonight. So thank you guys so much for being here. We will be doing offer ups for the first part of the sale. And we also have some quick claim items at the end. So once we get to the quick claims, we will go over how that's going to work. But for the majority of the sale, it is going to be offer up items. So what that means is we're going to show you the item. We'll give you a starting price. Jason will pin it up here on the screen. If you're interested in bidding on that item, always you want to type down your bids down in the chat in whole dollar amounts. And we'll describe the item to you. We'll note any damage. We'll give you measurements, all that good stuff, any information that we might know about the history of the item. And then we'll do a countdown, and the highest bid that we see before the official bid end of the lovely Karen Gillette will be the winner. And we also do something here on Mother Tucker's channel called Just In Case. And if you are not familiar with the Just In Case, here's how it works. So as long as you are a current bidder on the item, so that means you've put in at least one straight bid on the current item, you can go ahead and utilize the Just In Case during the countdown. So what the Just In Case is kind of the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item with the letters JIC next to it. So you've put in one bid on the item, the countdown begins, you can put in your Just In Case bid, and if you're the highest Just In Case bid before the bid end, we'll bid you up $1 over the next highest bid. But do keep in mind, if there are multiple just in cases put out there during the countdown, those will turn into regular bids. And if you guys don't want to use the just in case, that's fine. You can just put in whatever your max bid is, and that's fine. You don't have to use the just in case if you don't want to. It's just there to help kind of secure your bid, especially helps with the lag, because the lag has been so terrible on YouTube as of late. So if you win an item from us tonight, we do have our emails are currently up here on the screen. So very important, especially if you've never purchased from us before, we do need some information from you. Or if you haven't purchased from us in a long time, do send that email to us again, just so that it's up at the top of our feed. We can find it super easy to get your goodies to you. So if you win anything from us tonight, we do need the following information. We need your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that we can send your PayPal email address to, invoice to. I'm so sorry. And if you don't have PayPal, that is okay. Send us an email with the same information and let us know that you don't have PayPal and that you'd like to check out as a guest. We can send you a link directly to your invoice and you can check out as a guest. Super easy peasy. And before we get started, I want everybody to check and make sure in your chat settings. So what that looks like, it's either 3 horizontal lines or a little gear wheel, depending on what kind of device that you're watching. You want to go into your settings and select live chat, all messages, not top chat. If you're in top chat, you're not going to see all the comments. Some of the comments will be filtered out and they might not be in the right order. So always check and make sure that you're in live chat, all messages. And because we do always experience a lag here on YouTube, we recommend that you exit out of the sale completely to refresh, and do that periodically throughout the sale. Go back in and change your chat settings to live chat, all messages if you refresh, and that'll make sure that you are the most current that you can be. And always check and make sure at the bottom of the screen there's a little red line. Make sure that's all the way to the right as far as it can go. And I think that's all the nuts and berries.
All right. And two quick things before we tell you guys how we'll be shipping and invoicing. I do want to thank Amie. Amie always creates all of our wallpaper, our backgrounds, along with the thumbnails for the Wednesday sales. So again, Amie, thank you so much for all your creativity. Amie, do you want to show your stickers that they can purchase as a go-along with your items tonight?
I had a Christmas sticker. I didn't think that far in advance. But if anybody purchases from me tonight and you want to add on a waterproof vinyl sticker, they're $3 each. Or if you just want a sticker, email me and let me know. If you just want to purchase a sticker, that's fine too. Just let me know if you want the meow meow or my Enamor Amie logo sticker, and I would be happy to add those on to anybody that purchases tonight if you would like one. Thank you, Jason.
All right. And Amie, do you want to tell them when you'll be invoicing?
Yes. So because I have a sale tomorrow night with Pama Bama, I'm going to be combined shipping for both of those sales. So all the Christmas will be combined together. So it's probably going to take me a couple days to pack everything. So I'm going to be packing Friday, probably into Saturday, but you'll see an invoice from me on Sunday. I know that's a little backwards from some of the other invoice times that I normally do, but you'll see an invoice from me on Sunday for sure.
All right. How about you, Bill?
So I ship from Northern New Jersey, and I have another sale tomorrow and 2 sales on Friday. So I'm going to invoice for this sale tomorrow morning, so that I don't have a backlog. If anyone wants to keep an open box because you plan on going to any of those other sales, just send me an email. It's not a problem. I'm fine with open boxes, but I need to try to get things out as quickly as I can so that I have something of a weekend and I'm not just shipping all weekend.
Gotcha. And I ship from Pennsylvania. We'll be doing all of our invoicing probably Sunday this week. It's a little hectic around here coming out of the holiday week, and expect an invoice on Sunday. I will be combining if you guys purchase from us on Monday night. I do own a brick and mortar called Mother Tucker's Antiques, so I do offer free pickup if you're in the Pennsylvania area. I'm about an hour and a half west of Philadelphia, to give you guys an idea. Just make sure that you let us know in your email that that's what you want to do. After you pay your invoice, we'll make arrangements to get it up to the shop for you. I think that's it. 2 quick side notes that I just want to touch on before we get into the sale. One, like Amie said, if you guys have any questions, please make sure you ask them in the chat. I'm going to ask if you guys have a question while we're doing a description, put it in caps. It'll trick our eye and we'll catch it, and hopefully we can answer those questions because, gang, remember, everything we sell is of vintage nature. 99% of the things that we sell are vintage. We do our very best to describe any kind of issue, any kind of flaw that we find on it. But again, just please remember, we also put up those reels. That's part of our promotion. Also gives you guys another chance to see the item. And then, of course, we do our best to describe it as quickly as possible during the sale. Before we get going, we had a few more friends pop in. We want to say hello to everybody. We're just so happy you all are here. We see Lucinda's here with us. How are you? We have Blythe in the house with us. We have Janet Overstreet in the house with us. So hello. We have the one, the only Debbie. Amie, are you feeling like can do the last name? Because gosh knows Debbie doesn't want me to try to do it. Do you think you could do her last name, Amie, or are you thinking you don't?
Gutierrez.
There we go.
Oh, that was good.
That was really good. All right, we got Trippy Winks in the house with us. How are you? Let's see who else. We're definitely spanning the globe. We got Philomena in the house. How are you? It didn't highlight correctly, so it did that time. I think there was one more. Yes, Lila. Hello. How are you? And I feel like there was one more. Yes, Simply Shenanigans. How are you? Good to see you. Hello, Patty. Welcome, everybody. And I think I covered everybody. Hello. I cannot believe I almost missed the one, the only Misty, Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter. How are you, Misty? So good to see you. I got goosebumps saying that name. So hello, Misty. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get the sale started here as I scroll down to the bottom. We have Rosa. We have Rosie Rose. How are you? Welcome to the chat. Amie, if you don't mind going, what did I miss?
I also saw one of our friends from Instagram who said she's here for the first time tonight. So welcome, Cindy Edie. Good to see you here on YouTube.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. And I almost forgot Jennifer. How are you, Jennifer? So good to see you. And I got to tell you, I was blown away. She actually mentioned me in her stories the other night about there was a hot dog shirt. And I'm scrolling through the stories on Instagram. I'm like, that name looks, wait, that's me. She's talking about me. So, gang, we're going to get everybody started. We'll start out with Amie. We'll have her set the pace. We'll go Amie, Bill, and then myself, and then we'll keep on repeating. Hello. I see Cindy right down there. I'm going to highlight you. Welcome to your first YouTube sale. Welcome, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. All right, Amie, how much?
Timmy popped in the chat, too.
Oh, yep, I see. There we go.
Timmy. All right, Jason, my first item is going to start at 16.
All right.
All right, and I'm getting this one out of the way because it is a little challenging to show. So let's start off. See, I've already got it tangled. I had it nice. I had it nice and untangled. But we're going to start out with some Mercury bead garland. And I have been hoarding the Mercury glass bead garland. Anywhere that I have seen it, I have been picking it up so that I have a good array of colors to bring you guys for the holiday season. But I had a lot of red and pink. So that's what we're bringing tonight. So it is quite a lengthy one. It does have the cardboard discs on the bottom and the little metal wire to hang it up with. Now it is a mixture of pink and red. I know it's showing kind of one color or the other, but it is a mixture of kind of that magenta pink and red beads mixed in there. And I did measure it. It is 105 inches long. I'm not sure what that equates to in feet, but you could jump rope with it if you really wanted to. It's really, really nice and long. But it does look to be that there were probably some lost beads over time. And that's what the cardboard at the bottom serves as, so that the beads don't slide back and forth. You can, if one happens to break, then you can keep sliding the discs forward. So it looks like maybe there's a few missing beads over time, but there's no popped beads on the string. And I didn't measure what the bead, it looks like, oh, it's a 1/2 inch. So the beads are 1/2 inch in diameter. So they're not super large and they're not the teeny tiny. They're kind of the in between. And there is some paint scratching and wear, but for the most part, they are still nice and shiny. I love these. I like to, instead of actually decorating a tree with these, my Christmas display that I put out, I like to kind of run the beads, like weave them in and out of my ceramic pieces or around my small ceramic trees and stuff like that, just to add a little bit extra sparkle. Okay, So right now I see Jana's at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. Again, 105 inches. I do believe that's probably close to 18 feet without me trying to Google that. But usually the really long ones are close to 8 feet. So I'd say probably between 7 and 8 feet of beads is what you're getting. But love the pink and red combo there. All right, so about 9 feet. Okay, thanks, Leslie. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to count these down if anybody else wants to get in on these. So we're looking for 26 or more. And 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Hello, Deanna. Good to see you.
Hi, Trina.
Hi, Trina. We'll see how bad the lag is tonight, you guys.
And we're feeling it. There it is.
All right, Karen, thank you so much for being our bid ender, as always. So Trendolin came in with a 30 right there at the end before the bid end. So these are coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right, Bill, hang on here. There we go. How much, sir?
$14, Jason. And I think people know I love my Pixies. And I share my knee huggers a lot, but I tend not to share my ceramic Pixies. But this little guy is a duplicate now in my collection. I call him my little nugget. He is adorable. And he's one of 4 little brothers or sisters, little elflings that come in a series. These were made in Korea. They all have a Korea sticker on the bottom. I do not know a manufacturer. So he is the one sitting with his legs out straight. There's another one sitting with their legs crossed. Then there are 2 crawling in different positions. But he's tiny, tiny. This little dude is only 2.25 inches tall. So small. And I think he's adorable. In amazing condition. No paint loss. In fact, I think all the colored paint is under the glaze. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's the case. But just a cute little ceramic to tuck into a display. If you are interested in a little Pixie, look at that face. Such good paint on it. Those ears, the eyelashes.
The stripes look great. Usually those striped ceramic pieces are always a mess. He looks great.
Yeah. Cute little hat in the back with a little ball at the end of it. And again, just in really good condition. No chips, no cracks, no paint loss. Just sitting down.
I've never seen this one before, Bill. And you said he's a Joseph, right?
No, he's Korea.
Korea. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know the company, although Joseph's did make some in Korea.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, when they went to Korea, I think they took the Joseph off and just put Korea.
And actually, now that you say it, that black and gold sort of does remind me.
Yeah.
Maybe these are Joseph's. I don't know. I do have the whole set of 4.
He has the same face as my Joseph does.
Yeah, I think he is.
And there's also candle huggers in this style, and there are candle holders where they're sitting on the ground, and there's a candle holder here. So just so adorable. And this is something that you could scout around for to complete the set. The set's really adorable. It's in my Christmas video if anybody ever goes back and watches that. I just love these little guys. So thank you all for the interest. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown on this little dude. What did you do, Amie? I can't remember. 15 or 20?
I did 15.
Okay. So now's the time to use it just in case you want to. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. That's just such a clean paint job on this face.
He looks brand new, Bill. No scuffs.
Yeah. It's funny because I'm bringing some Christ things later, and the paint is so messy on Christ, and this is just so clean. I love it. All right, so it looks like there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. Harry the Hound Dogs, just in case, came in after the bid end, but she didn't need it because you had the high bid at 16, so congratulations. This little nugget's coming to you.
Twinsies.
All right, gang. My first items are going to be choice, and they're going to start at $10 choice. So let me get myself lined up here. It's going to be choice on the little pink drummer boys. So these are pink. They have the little rubber faces. Each one of these says that they are made in Japan. The only issue that I can find on these is if you see there's a little stripe right here, okay? This little one has no stars on it. So you'll see there's no stars right there. This one right here, he has both of his stars. And this one just has one star. So it just has one. So if that makes a big difference to you guys, please note that. But these are little ornaments. And again, it's very hard to find both of their little pom-poms. A lot of times they're missing. These are the little soft pom-poms. And everything on him is made of felt, except the face is rubber. And they are ornaments. Each one has their little ornament hanger on them still. And a lot of times these, get staining on them or, like a lot of heavy glue residue. These guys look really super clean, really, really clean. So there he is. And if you guys don't take them all and you just want one, we'll just call this one. This one will be 2 stars. And then this one's going to be 1 star. And then, of course, like I said, they all have their hanger and they all measure just about 4 inches tall. So they are felt little bodies. They do have some wire in them, but at their age, I don't know that I would go bending their feet or their arms much more than what they are. And then the other one right here, he has none of those little stars. But again, I don't know that that really detracts from them. Again, I think you could glue your own little stars or your own little gems if you wanted to. And each one has its original. You can see it even though it doesn't want to focus. The round blue tag, there we go, it does say made in Japan. So we are with Leslie at 15. Let's go ahead and do a countdown. It's going to be on choice. And again, gang, we love our purplish pink, which these are pink. They're that kind of purplishy pink going into Christmas. So it's looking for 16 or more. We'll count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Their cheeks glow, by the way, if that makes a difference. The cheeks do have the day glow paint, so they will glow if you guys are putting your Christmas underneath a black light. So we're at 15, looking for 16 or more. It is going to be on choice of the little drummer boy Christmas ornaments. So Christine's in a just in case of 25. Jana has a just in case of 19 right before the bid end. So Christine at $20 each. Let me know if you want 1, 2, or okay. Let me know if you want 1, 2, or 3. And we'll just say, if you just take one, I'm assuming you'll want the one with the 2 stars, and then we'll work our way down to no stars. But you let me know how many you want. All 3. Congratulations. I'm happy they're staying together. All right, Amie.
Okay. My next item is going to start at 16. And I will bring out my little Joseph Originals Pixie next. I picked him up on the way from Springfield to Elkhorn in May at a little antique place in Indiana. And I had seen these before, but I'd never found one in person. So I had to rescue him out of a glass case. I'm not sure how long he'd been in there, but his suit and his hat are fully flocked. So he is a flocked ceramic piece. There is a whole series of these little flocked. There's one holding a candy cane, there's one holding a present, and then there's one that is holding the little wreath in the hand. But there's no chips or anything. I love his sweet little face. He's got kind of light blonde hair peeking out from under his hat. And so the hat continues on the backside, and that's just white ceramic peeking out of the flocking. So flocking good on the back. They did get a little wild painting the berries on the wreath. There's just a little extra red paint there, and all of the red, the yellow, and the black on this piece is cold paint. So I didn't want to try and mess with that to get that off of there. If you guys are not familiar with the cold paint that a lot of the Christmas ceramics and mid-century ceramics are made with, that just means that the piece was painted on top of the ceramic after the piece was fired. So there's nothing there that seals the paint in place. So it comes off very easily. And he does have his Joseph Original sticker there. Somebody did put some masking tape over it. I feel like probably it was falling off, so they just decided to tape it on there. Again, I wasn't going to take the masking tape off because it was going to take the sticker right with it. So he does measure 3 1/4 by 2 1/2. So he's just a little guy. I really like him. I don't think he's very much bigger than the one that Bill had. They're probably Christmas brothers. They're probably around the same size. So we're going to.
Amie, I was just going to say what I like about him is he's a full-figured pixie. A lot of these pixies are all skinny and fake.
Yeah. I mean,
this
I can see that. He does. He likes the butter bits, Jason.
He does like the butter bits. He's a little chunky little fella.
They called that husky when I was a boy.
Yes, me too. We shopped in the husky section at Hills when I was a kid. Yes.
Oh my God, we shopped at Hills too.
Yes, yep. That was putting on the Ritz going to Hills. Woo, bypassed Kmart right into Hills. Yep. I
don't think we had Hills in Michigan. I don't remember that name.
Those hot dogs at the front, Lord.
It must have been an East Coast thing because I don't remember having that. We had Hudson's before it became Macy's. We did have Woolworths. I remember Woolworths was still around when I was a kid. So.
Yep, same here.
All right. So Harry, I see you're 16. Thank you so much. And we're going to count him down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. Lillian, I see you're 17. Hello.
He's so proud of that wreath, Amie. He's so proud of that wreath.
He is. It's almost like he decorated it himself.
I think he did.
Yeah.
I think he did.
Well, thank you, Susan. I do love me a good Christmas hat. All right. There's a bid in from Karen. So Lillian snuck in there with a 17. So Lillian, this is coming to you. Please make sure and email me your YouTube name, your full shipping address, the email that I can send your invoice to, because I don't think that you've purchased from me before. So congratulations. Thank you so much.
And Bill, did you see Jamie just said that was her first real job, was working at Hills?
I kind of dreamt about working at Hills because they had the popcorn and the hot dogs up at the front. Remember that?
And the slushies. Oh my God. Oh God, I miss it.
So before we go to my next item, I think, friends, that we promised our online friends at some point we were going to do a flocking sale.
Yeah, I think we still need to talk about making this happen.
Right, we did. I mean, you got it. It took a while to get the mermaid bathroom sale in order. So I feel like the three of us, though, if we are going to do a flocking goods sale, it's got to be toward the Christmas season because I feel like we can get a lot of flocking stuff together for that.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
All right, Jason, I have choice at 8, and I have 2 packages of these for anyone interested in vintage Christmas advertising, but also if you want to open it, you can use it. I have these show-off packages, which are these plastic hangers for draping your Christmas cards. These are from 1962. I have one that's in red and one that's in green, and they are original in package. They've never been opened. I have a bunch of these and I put them in a napkin holder at Christmas and just display the packaging. They were originally 39 cents, but then they used that kind of pencil, that crayon pencil, I forget what it's called, marked it down to 29 cents. But it's just a really interesting package. It's very graphic.
I love that package.
Hang up your Christmas cards. They're called show-offs. Lots of different ways that they give you to display them. You know, the packaging companies back then were just so helpful. Full set of directions on the back of how to use them. It does come with, let me read, it comes with 24 card grip pins, 2 display cords, and 4 decorative stickers that hold up the cords, which I'm sure do not hold up the cords anymore. But that's essentially what they would look like.
See, Bill, for vintage card collectors, you don't know how valuable these are until you don't have them.
The problem is, as a vintage card collector, I can't use these.
I know, because you don't want to open them.
Because I can't open the packages.
I know.
I do use these. Actually, I have if you go to my Christmas video, I have shelves just like that I do that with.
So
I do that one. Yeah, so there's a red package and there is a green package. They are in really good shape. One of the packages had a little bend at the top, right here. There's a little bend, a little crease, nothing real significant. But they're just so striking and graphic, I think. I really, really like them. So thank you for your bid. I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown. Good catch on that, Deanna. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 9 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Yeah, I did type in the chat. Please don't time out Fart Sack Jack. His name is Mike. He's an actual person,
Yes.
not a bot.
There is the bid end. So, Sweet Rosebud, just let me know if you wanted the green, the red, or both. And thank you.
All right. Going to get myself going. My next items, I didn't preview. I kind of added them this afternoon. So, $10 choice. These are made in the USA. These are the glass diorama ornaments. There are some wear to the paint. So there is some wear. So if you guys don't like the ones that have some wear, these may not be for you. But these are very hard to find, honestly, in good condition. They have the bottle brush in behind on each of them. So I have 3 of them for you to choose from. We'll go through really quick. But each one of the toppers says made in the USA. So it's $10 choice on the little diorama ornaments. We're going to start out with Santa, and he is the one that's in the red, but there is some wear to the back. But this is a small little 2-inch round ornament. You can see it has the mica style glitter, the thicker, I shouldn't say mica because it's not. It's the thicker 1950s glitter. And then what they would do is they would glue in these small little figures, almost like cupcake toppers. So that one has the Santa, as you can see, 2 inches in diameter. And again, we're just starting them out at $10 each. So that's your first one. And that one is in red. This one has some wear to it. It's kind of, I think it was supposed to be gold at one time, but it's kind of aged to a yellow. The snowman is really, really cute. I kind of think he looks like the sheriff snowman since they placed that star there on his chest. He's kind of, right. He could be the one that's, rough and tumbling on the tree, making sure all the ornaments stay in line. You can see again, there is a little bit of wear to the top right there on them. So that was your second choice. And then this is your third choice. We have Santa with the sleigh. And again, a lot of times you find these that they're broken. The very least, there might be a little nip to the bottom of the deer's foot there. I don't know. They could have clipped that so it fit on the ornament a little bit better. But $10 choice, these are glass. These are glass ornaments. This one's sort of a pink. I don't know if it was a red that faded to pink. But again, they hang really well. And each one of the toppers says USA on it. Just $10 choice. And these are called diorama ornaments if you guys want to Google them or look them up. So I see Simply Shenanigans in at 10. Thank you so much. Again, they're 2 inches. The paint on the plastic is really, really good. I kind of like the wear to the glass ball itself. I think it gives it some character. So just so you guys know what you're bidding on, I'll show you that one. That was your third choice. Your second choice was the snowman. Again, really, really cute. And they're crudely made because they were so fast. The later years, they were made in Japan. These are the ones made in the USA. And then we started out with Santa here. He's your German style one almost with his little staff there and his little package of goodies, his little sack of goodies. So we're going to count them down. I see we are at an 11 with Lori, looking for 12 or more. We're going to go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Thank you. We see Cindy in at 12. Just remember, gang, there's a little bit of wear to them. 2 inches. So they're a nice small size. They fit in those little, holes on the tree. And it's going to be on choice. So you guys can take, whoever has top bid can take 1, 2, or 3. Thank you for the bid end, Karen Gillette. So Cindy at 12, let me know. This one I called the pink one. So that one we're just going to call pink. And then this one we're going to call red. And this one we're going to call yellow. Yellow or gold or whatever you slug in there, or snowman. So just let me know which ones you want. You got choice. You can take all 3 if you want, or a variation. This one I called pink, red, and orange. Red, pink, and orange. And then back up is going to be Lori on whatever's left. You want the pink and the red. You got it. So Lori, let me know if you were interested in the snowman. So you could have the snowman at 11. Shannon, you'd have backup at 10, and we'll just keep on going back, and I can watch the chat. So the next person in line at 11 is Lori. Lori, if you pass, then it goes back to, you took a pass, it goes back to Shannon. And then whoever else is behind there, just say yes or no, and I will watch the chat. We'll keep it moving, Miss Amie.
Okay.
All right,
Jason,
Shannon.
I have a choice. I have a choice up next at 14.
You got it.
And Shanna said she wants it.
Thank you so much, gang.
Okay.
Go.
All right. So I have these really cool ceramic clip-on Santa head ornaments up next, and I have 4 of them available. So they all are relatively in the same condition. So there might be a couple little paint scratches here in the red cold paint on all of them, and there is crazing on the white ceramic parts of all of them. They're all pretty much in the same condition. They do all have a Japan little metal clip that is attached to the bottom of them. So these were made so you could just clip them to the end of your branch, and then you could hang another kind of ornament underneath. So they weren't going to take up branch space underneath, but rather on the top. So I have 4 available. I think these are pretty awesome. So these are made by Norcrest. Holt, Howard, and Lefton also did some ceramic little clip-on style ornaments. And I just love these like little Santa heads. They're not super large. Okay, they're just kind of little. I think you could probably use these on a smaller kind of miniature tree too if you don't have a really large one. They are 2.5. So there's 2.5 from the clip to the top of the Santa, and then they're 1.5 inches wide. So again, they're not like super, super big, but I really like these. I had never come across any of these in the wild before. I picked these up at Elkhorn in May when I was there. So I'm going to try and show them all to you. I can't show them all at the same time, unfortunately, but just so that you can see. But they are very similar. They all have the same kind of face that is painted on there. They all have little holly and berries painted on their hats. Just minimal scratching on the red cold paint on all of them. Like, I don't really see much of a difference as far as, but because they're all hand painted, you know, maybe the eyes look slightly different on one versus the other, but they all have little cheekies and their little mouth peeking out from their beard, but all relatively good shape, I think. I love these.
These are amazing, Amy. I have never seen these before, and these are so great. You don't even need to use them on a tree. You can clip them in your garland. You know what I mean? Like if you put the garland on the mantle, I like to clip these in. So many different ideas. You can clip a Christmas card to them if you want to, and then you can like sit them like I could see Oriana, you know, putting that card in the
clip them to a vintage piece of ephemera or a postcard.
So good.
All right, so Lori, I see you're 20. So you guys are bidding on choice. So this is for 1. So we're at 20 for choice, and I do have up to 4. Okay, so we're going to count these down. As long as you put in a bid already, you can utilize that just in case during the countdown. All right, we're looking for 21 or more on choice. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ho, ho, ho. Bid end.
Hi, Jamie.
I almost said green giant because that's the ho, ho, ho.
You're making me hungry for some string beans, Amy. Oh, my gosh.
All right. There is the bid end. So, Lori, let me know how many that you would like. Up to 4. And then if Lori doesn't take them all, Jana gets next choice.
So good. These are, I've never seen these before, Amy. I love them.
I've never seen any of the clip-ons in person before. I would love to come across some of the Holt Howard ones. Those ones are very good.
Yeah. Tumbling snowmen that they have, those clip-ons for Holt Howard are just phenomenal.
Jason, can you put the emails up on the screen?
Yes, I can. Absolutely.
Natalie needs Bill's email.
You got it.
All right. So, Lori, let me know how many that you want. You haven't seen that come in yet. I know. Sorry, you guys. I don't want to take up too much time.
No, you're fine. I wonder if she got kicked out.
Yeah, maybe.
All right, Lori, are you out there?
She'll take all 4.
She'll take all of them. All right, you got it. Thank you so much.
All righty, Mr. Bill.
All right, $15, Jason. And I have a pair of the cutest little angel candle huggers that you ever did see. I do not know a manufacturer. I did not check with my ceramics expert before the sale,
Ooh.
but I wasn't able to locate anything online about these. And I've seen these sort of white ceramics with the gold stars before, and never have I ever seen them have marks on them, but they are sweet. Look at their faces.
They are
And
cute.
they look really great when they're actually hugging a candle. How awesome are they?
Gosh.
I like how they come like out from the candle. Like
Yeah, they look like, I love that look. Like, look at how they're, I don't know, it kind of looks like they're moving down the candle. They're coming down to earth or something. I just think that's so cute. And they're in really good condition. No chips, no cracks. But just look at those sweet faces, the cheeks, the mouth. They are, again, they're tiny, like a lot of candle huggers. They're 2.5 inches tall. And they just have that sweet little look shimmying down the candle. And I actually like the way that they look when you put them this way together, because they're just a little bit at a different height. Isn't that perfect almost?
Real good.
Yeah.
Real.
Yeah. And you can see that there is, the painting on them is not exacting, right? But it's not paint loss. This is just the way they were painted. It wasn't all that exact when they were painting. So you do see some variations in the stars, which I think is natural. And I am really hot, Trina. Thank you for asking. I think it's still 95 degrees here in New Jersey, but anything vintage. I'm sitting under a ceiling fan now. Little blonde hair, just so cute. And I think I gave you the measurement already. They are 2.5 inches tall. And you know, this is for the set. This is not for choice. So I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown on these little sweeties. Another set of nuggets tonight. I love calling the little things nuggets. So right now we'll be looking for 24 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Look how cool they look in perspective like that.
Yeah.
They do.
Behind. Oh, that's so neat.
Karen, I'm with you. Santa did wear short sleeves in the summertime. You're right.
He wore Bahama shirts.
Yes. Yes, he did.
So thank you, Karen. And by the way, also thank you, Karen messaged me earlier today to remind me to eat dinner. And honestly, I really needed that because I was dealing with a lot of grade complaints from my students because the first summer session just ended and no one's satisfied with an A-. Everyone thinks they should have an A. So I was so busy wrapping that up, I forgot to eat dinner. So it looks like Pam had a bid of 25, but Timmy came in with a just in case of 29. So these are yours for $26. Congratulations and thank you.
All right, gang. I have another choice. I'm sorry, Amy and Bill. I didn't realize I brought so many choice items. At Christmas time, I just start grabbing stuff. So I will go fast, I promise. It's going to be choice on the Putz cardboard houses, okay? These are the larger ones. And really, honestly, the cellophane in all of them seems to be in really good condition. So they're not stamped Japan, but I know they're the older ones. I've sold them enough because I also know the age because they have the original. Oh, no, wait a sec. Yeah, no, that feels correct. That feels pretty correct. These were natural sponges. It was a natural sponge that they would dry and then paint for the trees. So just know that we have no Japan stamp. It doesn't mean that it didn't wear off, but this is your first choice. This house has the mica glitter on it in the red and the white. Again, cellophane's in really good condition. These are the larger ones sort of on the platform of the houses. Each one of these measures about 4 inches tall by about 5.5 across. So that's going to be your first one. That is the white one. Then we have this one is sort of a baby blue. And again, you can see that the cellophane windows pretty much appear to be intact. This one is your second choice, has the tree. Everything is good and intact. Again, that is the opening for the light. These larger ones, you could actually put a larger bulb in there if you want to. Thank you, Tracy. It's actually Tina's hat. I have to make sure I let everybody know that. So this is your second choice. And a lot of times when you guys find these, this is all busted out, all the cellophane. But these are great to actually fit into a larger Christmas tree or put them underneath the tree. You can see right there as I hold it, that is a little red little red. And again, these are not usually the normal doors that I find. These are a little non-traditional. So that's your second choice. It's just $12. And my personal favorite is the miniature castle. So you have the miniature castle to choose from, and this is all in pink down here on the bottom. Again, all of the cellophane is in very good condition. You can actually see that all the windows are that red cellophane. Really good all the way around. Nothing's really split or falling apart. Jana, thank you. I see you at 12. And again, each one of these measures just about, let me check my measurements, about 4 by about 5.5. So I'll show them to you again really quick, and then we're going to do a countdown. No damage on the windows that I can report, and I will pack these very, very well and be very careful so they get to you the way I'm showing them to you. So that's your third choice. This one will be known as Blue Castle. This one's going to be known as Blue House, although it's kind of reading a little sea foamy green. So this one you could probably pop in your mermaid bathroom if you want to. And then this is your first choice. Thank you, Pam. I see you in at 13. And then this one was your first choice. This one could even fit as one of the baby churches almost with the way the window is if you wanted to double it as a church. So we're going to count it down. We're looking for 14 or more. Again, it's on choice. You can take as many as you want if you're the top bidder. And just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. These are great because you can embellish them with figurines. That's the other thing I wanted to point out. They have enough of a platform on them that you guys can slide in little figurines if you want, do all sorts of different things to them. We got Charlie Brown in at 14. It's going to be on choice. We got Janet in with a just in case of 17, but then we had Tracy in with a 15 right before the bid end. Melissa, your 15 came in right after the bid end. So Jana, you have first choice at 16. This one's going to be known as White House. This one is going to be Blue House. And then this one's going to be Castle or Blue Castle. And you can take as many as you want. Then Tracy, you're going to have backup at 15. You can take them all if you want to, Jana. They all kind of fit the same exact company. Okay, Jana, I got you for the Blue House. Thank you so much. So the Blue House is yours. So then Tracy, you have choice on the White House or the Blue Castle with the pink, especially if you do non-traditional with the pink. And then if you pass Tracy, then it looks like it's going to go to Charlie Brown. Tracy, you got choice. Just let me know, Tracy, if you want the White House. Sounds weird saying White House or the Blue Castle. And you can take both if you want, because Jana took the blue one. She wants to put that in her mermaid bathroom, and I'm here for it. Totally here for it. So we're just waiting on Tracy. You got choice at 15 to take whichever ones you want. And we're just watching that. I got you for the White House, Tracy. Thank you so much. Good choice. And then last but not least, we're back down to Charlie Brown. So Charlie Brown, that could be yours at 14. And then we're back to Pam at 13. So Charlie, if you want that, just say yes on the house. And then we'll watch the chat for Pam. And if Pam wants it at 13, go and get you moving there, Miss Amie.
Okay. Jason, my next item's going to start at 18.
You got it.
All right. This is pretty cool. The box itself is amazing, but this is full. Okay. But I want you to really look at the graphics on the box first. So we have little Christmas pixies. Do you see their wings? And they're peeking out from the little wreaths there in different poses. Love the box. And you can see that the hair, there's bits of silver that goes throughout the box too, like stars, and their hair is silver. Just fun. Displayability just for the box alone is really, really cool. There is some wear at the corners of the box. It's in fairly good shape. There's no like disconnected pieces, but what's on the inside is really cool. Okay, so let's go through the inside. So the inside of the box has 14 total pieces of wrapping paper. And I want to show it to you, but there's also a really good surprise at the bottom that I can't wait to show you. So some of the paper is uncut, and some of the paper is used, but it is still in there. But look at that. Santa in the toy shop. So
I love his hair.
The background of this is turquoise. I think it's reading on screen pretty good. Yep. But, oh, this one appears to be uncut. Then we've got this kind of print here with the little dog and the desk. very manly kind of Christmas paper. Really pretty blue winter scene. Love that. I love vintage wrapping paper. Like I wrap my presents in vintage wrapping paper. We've got candles and snow and holly berries. Really pretty. There's a couple smaller pieces of this, the little sleigh. There's a couple, and these are used pieces, it looks like. There's some traditional poinsettias. We've got some foiled poinsettias. We've got, this is more on the tissue paper kind of side, but it does have some silver in there. That's really cool. This is more on the tissue paper kind of side, the little winter scene in there. This is a used piece. It almost feels flocked, but it's not. It's very thick paper with the bells. Here's some pine cones. This is a very large piece here. I don't think that that has been cut into the poinsettias. And then we have some striped bells. Okay, so that's all the paper. And what else is in here? There is a bit of curling ribbon in the bottom. That was just in there. So this is how I found it. I picked this up from an estate sale. But you get a whole bunch of Christmas greeting cards in there too. I wrote down how many there were. So there's 14 pieces of paper and there's 23 Christmas cards in here. Look at that pond, the vellum in there. And these all look to be 1940s, maybe 1950s. Wow. Greeting cards in here. There's a whole bunch. Really cool. So if you like your ephemera or if you like to craft with this sort of thing, there's a whole lot of possibilities in here. And there's some very cool cards in here. This one's got a window on it.
Wow.
With a ribbon. I didn't look at any of these to see a date in them, but I know like back in the day when you could order your Christmas cards, you paid up for the vellum, you paid up for the foil, all the special accoutrements, you paid up for those. So they didn't skimp on their Christmas cards.
So good.
I really, really like this. That was a surprise. Like when I saw this at the estate sale, I just saw the paper in it. So until I started going through it, that's when I discovered all of these were at the bottom too, which is great. So that was kind of a bonus at the bottom. I'm almost through them. That matches that wrapping paper. It's Christmas time. Love these.
A lot of those look very 1940s, Amy. That's what I love about it.
This one's a Hallmark.
That early 50s kind of look.
Yeah. Yeah, that one doesn't have a date in it. Yeah, most of them look late 40s into the early 50s to me. I really like this one here with the foil at the bottom.
It turns purple and red. It's neat.
Yeah. This one's very unusual. It's a dark burgundy kind of color. Very different. All right, we're getting to the last one. And here's the last greeting card. No date. So, but that's kind of the age that I think too are late 40s, early 50s. Okay. So thank you so much, you guys. All right, I'm going to put this back together. I see Trendolin is in at 30. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 31 or more. I am going to get these back in here. I want to tell you the measurement of the box. This is my favorite paper that's in there.
Yeah, that's good. That alone, I think, is worth the price of admission for that.
That's really cool paper. All right. So the box is 10.5 by 10.5 by 2. Okay. And it is completely full to the top. All right. So we're looking for 31 or more. I'm going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Amy, I thought for sure that was going to be a mystery box. When you previewed it, I thought for sure that was a mystery box full of 80.
If I find the box is empty, I don't mind making mystery boxes. Right. But when they're full of that kind of goodness, no.
I hear you.
Good enough. All right. There's the bid in from Karen. So as I see it on my screen, Vanessa had a 31. Trendle had a just in case of 50, but Kim came in with a just in case of 53. So at 51, Kim, this is coming to you. Thank you so much.
Great score. All right, Mr. Bill. You're muted, Bill.
Sorry, the fireworks again.
Same here.
$14 for choice, and I have two of the same. Also in box, I have two of these Kris Kringle candy containers, which are really, really cool. And the boxes are in pretty good condition. They have been retaped at the bottom, and the tops are missing because they've been storing the candy containers all these years. But these are Snow People candy containers that actually kids could play with. So it says Kris Kringle on the front of the box, and then the Frosty Twin here. And they come both in green and in red. And the two that I have today are red. And this is what it looks like. This is the candy container. So styrofoam head, styrofoam hat, a little pom-pom for an ear muff on one side because the hat covers the other side, sort of felted scarf. And if you take the scarf and hold the bottom here, you can actually twist it.
Oh, God, Bill.
So you can see the candy inside. And if anybody claims these, it is really important to note there's really, really old tape that the manufacturers put on the bottom. You really need to either replace the tape or hold it while you're twisting, or it will come off. But I would just assume that it would have come with a base and the candy would have been on the inside. The base is no longer present on either of the ones that I have. But I just think these are so fun. These have been in my display for a couple of years, and I thought it was time to release them because look how fun they are. Like if you had kiddos in your life, this would be one of the things that you might not let them touch initially, but that they could see year to year and have grandpa or grandma do this. And then eventually when they get old enough, you trust them to do it. Wouldn't that be fun?
Oh, yeah.
And again, I have two.
Oh, my God. And you know what, Bill? That's a twofer because not only do you get the piece, but then you get the box to decorate with.
Yeah. And as I said, the boxes are in vintage condition. This box has it's actually not a hole, but there was a little tab that got poked out, but it's there. But there is some paper missing on the top of this one, but it has the little guy on the inside. So yeah, I thought someone asked about the maker, but they didn't. But it is Rudley Products Company.
So good.
Rudley Products. I'm not familiar with them, but even, I mean, like I love this. Like I would actually try to put this on a color photocopier and try to copy.
When you pull that box out, it reminded me of something like that John from Everyday Holidays.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like very John. I like
and,
that.
And that's what Jason was saying. I've always used this as a twofer, right? You put them, you display them side by side or in different places.
And I love how the eyes on the box have the starry eyes, but on him it's that cool open eye.
Isn't that a cool eye?
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are paper appliques. Actually, cardboard. Actually, pretty.
Yeah, love it.
Pretty, and this is actually fur. It's like a furry kind of material. So I'm just gonna.
They weren't supposed to stand the test of time. They were supposed to be played with and thrown away. That's why I got a soft spot for the styrofoam. It was not supposed to last this long.
I also think the styrofoam of yesteryear is better quality than the styrofoam we have today.
I agree.
It is.
This is really good styrofoam here.
Agreed.
And of course, this little ribbon up here. So thank you all for your interest. I'm so glad people love them because I've loved them for years. So I think they're really cool, cute. Let me just show the second one so you all know that there really are two. So I will go ahead and start that countdown. So thank you all for your bids. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
So good. Just amazing, Bill.
So Jason, they want you to auction off Tina's hat.
I want to continue living where I live, so I'm sorry. I can't. I like sleeping in a nice warm bed. But I'm sure we could convince Tina or Amie to maybe make one, so we'll have them in the fourth quarter.
It really was. I was thinking about maybe making a hat like that.
Yeah, I mean, we could make that happen.
Oh, we need a backup bid ender. Karen's bidding.
Yes, I think Tina was going to back her up.
Okay, there it is. I see it.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry, Karen. I didn't see that. Maybe that all happened and you were all on top of it. So anyway, there's the bid end. Thanks, Tina. I see Trendlin with a just in case of 45. Karen with a just in case of 47. Sherry with a just in case of 52. Trendlin with a just in case of 50. And then another just in case of 55. So Trendlin, that means you have the high bid at 50. So just let me know if you would like one or two. And then the backup to that would be...
It would be 53, Bill.
53, Bill. Yep. Trendlin at 53.
Oh, right. I saw the 50. Yep. So 53. So she wants both. All right. Thank you all for your bids. So glad that people are loving these.
Did anyone get a screenshot of Jason and I's mouth hanging open when Bill twisted those open?
The same thing. I was in the store and I did it because I don't remember those. Those predate me. I don't remember those when I was a kid.
Yeah, I was. Gang, with 200 of you here, please make sure you're following everybody on my screen. All the links to their other channels, to their YouTube channels, to their whatnot, or their Instagram is below in the description. Also, gang, with all 200 of you here, if you're enjoying what we're doing here tonight, make sure you head over to Amie's channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Her and Pam are going to be doing a handmade and vintage Christmas. So if you're really enjoying what you're seeing here, you need to make sure you head over and see them tomorrow night at 8 p.m., please.
Thank you, Jason.
You're very welcome. And one of my favorite things for the night, I think, is this Santa centerpiece. It's starting at $28. Overall good condition. Now, the bottom, I don't know. I don't know if it got in some moisture. I don't think those are mold marks. Those are just specks on the bottom. But some of the cotton to the bottom has separated. So please note that. And there's a little bit of pitting and rusting on Santa's bell, okay? Maybe just a little bit of discoloration to the little Santa sack that he has. But other than that, this little nugget's in super good condition. Thank you, Sweet Rosebud. It measures a whopping 16 inches tall. The tree is in green and blue. So it has the foil of the green and blue. Now, Santa's face, you guys might recognize. He is the same face of the light covers. So the company used the little light covers. So that little Santa is one of the little light covers. I love his little chubby belly. You can see he's got his plastic little booties on. Then he's got Mercury balls in here. He also has these bottle brush trees in there with some Christmas gifts in there. Overall, very good condition. So again, and these are, bendable, so you can bend them however you want. The tree itself is a little top heavy, so I wouldn't go maneuvering it too much, or you might separate it from the base. Other than that, the base, you guys could put some more angel hair on that, or, you could maybe glue this down a little bit more. But honestly, I still think it displays really well. So Jana, you're in at 30. Thank you so much. Again, there is Santa. He's got a chubby little belly, and underneath they have cotton, like a cotton mat or a cotton, like almost a cotton bedding is up in there so he can keep his chubby little belly. So
I love that.
Again, it is one of those rubber face little Santa heads that they used on the Christmas lights. And then this company and this isn't a handmade, because I actually have this same one in my collection. These were actually made by a company and sold as centerpieces. So this wasn't a hobbyist piece or something that somebody put together. A lot of times Santa's hands are missing on these when I find them, because these are kind of like Bill had sold the one with the pixies in it, last year and things like that. Same company, but it doesn't have any markings on the bottom. So that's what the bottom looks like. And this is just like a paper. And then the part itself is cardboard. So again, like I said, measures just about 16 inches tall. And we're right now in at 30 with Jana. We're looking for 31 or more. We're going to go ahead and count this down just in case for active bidders. So we'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Very 1960s Christmas right here, if that's what you guys are looking for. This will spread the kitchulitis throughout your family at Christmas time. Ho, 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 everybody. I love
that Santa face. I have some of those light covers. I love those.
And like in our reel, we decorated this. So you guys could decorate this with ornaments if you want to. All right, Trendlin, you went unopposed. It's yours for 30 at the end. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Amie.
Trendlin, I'm just going to say You might want to pay attention to our channels closer to Christmas time, because between the three of us, typically at least one or two of us find an aluminum tree to bring.
I already have one.
I had one last year. I have not found one yet this year, but I always look for them. All right, Jason, my next item is going to start at 38.
You got it.
And it wouldn't be a true Christmas in July sale if we didn't bring out some Holt Howard, right? So we're going to start with the bottom here in a little Michael Todd fashion. We're going to show you the bottom first. So there's that Holt Howard foil sticker that we all love to see. It is also stamped Holt Howard 1961 here on the bottom. And here she is. She is one of the sweet little angel candle holders. I had never found this particular piece in person before. I had seen one, but her wing was broken. There's no damage to her. The cold paint on her is pretty immaculate, if I can say that. I don't see any scratching. All the red is cold painted. I don't see any scratching. The gold is also cold painted. I don't see any scratching in that. The only thing I want to know is in the white ceramic on the candle holder and on the wings, there is some crazing. There is some crazing present, but otherwise she's in really lovely shape. She does have her original little stem of berries that she's holding. So that is original to her. And you see this little piece of paper. It's actually a tiny little piece of paper stuck in the little bouquet of berries that says Japan on it. And I love her face. I love her big red kissy lips there, her little blonde hair. She's very good. There is a little bit of wax residue that I could not get out. This was probably used back in the day. I could not get everything cleaned out of there, but she's in really, really good condition. So measurement for her, she does measure 3 by 3 by 4 1/4. So she's 4 1/4 high, and the dimensions of her depending on what way that you have her. All right. So yes, I was very happy that I came across her. I found her earlier in the summertime. I love to look for Christmas year round, especially the Holt Howard pieces, because I just don't come across them terribly often. So I was very excited to find her because I never come across her in good shape before, enough to pick her up.
I haven't seen this one before.
Neither have I. Is that original in her hand? Is that?
Yes, the little berries are original to her. Okay. If you look in any of the Holt Howard books or anything like that, the little berries are original. Awesome. Yes, she would have always come with that. And so they're wrapped in like floral tape. That's how they are.
I love it.
Which is very interesting. I like that they added that 3-dimensional element to her. All right, so I see Harry the Hound Dog's in at 38, and I see Shanna just came in at 39. So we're looking for 40 or more. I'm going to count her down. Again, there's no chips on her, just a little bit of crazing on the white ceramic on the holder and on her wings. So let's count her down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I think she'd look really good with a red lucite candle coming out the back.
She'd look good with my carolers, the boys that I have with the black eye.
Yeah, the ones with the black eye, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Harry, I see you're 40. Thank you so much. Right before the bid end. All right, Harry the Hound Dog, she's coming your way. Thank you so much.
All righty, Mr. Bill.
$25, Jason. And I have this ceramic Lefton Christmas gift box. It is 6.5 inches tall, and it does have some condition issues, but I didn't bring a planter tonight, so I thought maybe somebody might want to take the top off of it and use it as a planter. So that's an option, but all of the red is cold paint, and as you can see, there are areas where the cold paint is missing. Some areas are much better, like this side, than others. So this is the kind of cold paint that comes off so easily, but the green is in really good condition. There is a small chip at the bottom corner, and there's a tiny little chip up at the top around the rim. So you might be like, Bill, why are you bringing us this cold paint problem and chippy box because it's a mystery box. And inside are 10 vintage Christmas ornaments or Christmas decorations, mostly from the 40s, 50s, and early 60s. And 5 of the vintage ornaments are plastic or celluloid Christmas ornaments or candy containers. And I'm not going to tell you what they all are, but I want to give you an example of what's inside. This little guy, this little snow person, who is a lollipop holder and also an ornament, is one of the 5 ornaments that are inside. And I made sure that none of the ornaments were the same sort of Christmas character. So in addition to the snow person, there's an angel, a choir boy, Santa, and a pixie. And in addition to those 5 plastic or celluloid ornaments are 5 other vintage Christmas items that I could fit into this box. Truth be told, one of the items doesn't fit into the box, so it's just going to come separately. But I wanted to find a container to put it all in. This ceramic left in box still has a lot of life left in it. So I thought this was a good opportunity to fill it with goodies. And if you're familiar with these sorts of Christmas ornaments and candy containers, just one of them often starts at $25. So I thought it would be fun to put, and they're all in good condition. None of them are broken or chipped or cracked. They're just all in good condition. Someone just has a tree full of them and is willing to share. So I thought that would be really fun. So I don't have much more to say about it other than the size of this mystery box is 6.5 inches tall, 4.5 inches from side to side. And again, just note the red cold paint loss. So if anyone else is interested, now is the time to get in because I'm going to start the countdown. And active bidders, feel free to use a just in case. There are 10 pieces of goodness on the inside of this. You won't be disappointed, I hope. So we're always nervous when it's a mystery box, right?
Yeah, but if you guys,
of the bins of your Christmas, there can't be anything bad in there.
No, it's going to be really good. Really good.
All right. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
And that's an easy fix too, the paint on that. That's something that any newbie could fix that, no problem. I would even maybe glue some real felt over top of it if you were afraid to paint it.
I have the same left in gift box, and I just took all the red off. And I like the way that it looks white with, I mean, there was very little left to take off. I just took it all off and just left the ivy. So there is the bid end. Let's see what happens. So a bunch of 33s. I see Joyce 35. Harry the Hound Dog 37. Vicky came in with a just in case of 40. So Vicky, this is yours for $38. Thank you so much.
Alrighty, guys. My next item. Before I give the price, there is a condition issue, but she still displays well. There is a repair. Let's see if I can show you. You can see there's a repair right here. Okay. So there was some sort of a break around the neck, but the reason why I'm bringing her is you do not see it from the front. So you don't see it from the front, and she's only going to start at $18. And when they're repaired like this, I still brought her because it's hard to find the green shopping girls and the ones with the pink. If it doesn't get washed out, she has the pink details down in here underneath her spaghetti. So,
and the lantern.
You're right. And the poinsettia is chip free. The cold paint is in really, really good condition on her. If you touched up that little bit of green in the back, I swear the people would never know that anything happened. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think it is. I think that she was a Relpo or a Relco. Maybe Miss Amie can help me. If you know who made her, that was my best guess.
I'm not seeing that one, Jason.
You see, that stumped me too. And that is...
I mean, there is a green Napco shopper girl, but she does not look like that.
Right. Other than that condition issue here on the back, and I'm going to do my best to show it to you, you can only really indicate it with the white. Other than that, she's in really, really good overall condition, and whoever repaired her did a very good job. All the red cold paint is still intact. Even the fact that she has the Christmas stocking with the presents, all that's in good condition. And from the back, that's the only way you see it. All the way around, Other than that, the paint's in good condition. Spaghetti's good. And if that's getting washed out for you guys, that is a pale pink down there at the bottom. So we love our pink at Christmas time. So Tracy's in at 21.
The only other name that I would throw in the hat would be Dickinson, because they did do some green coal paint and Christmas ceramics.
All right. It
I don't know
does
if he made girls, though.
Kind of has that feel. And the fact that she has the lantern, she'd go good with your carolers. She'd go good with your angels, all of your shopping girls. But just please note that there was a repair, and I think she's going to be safe to ship. I'll have no problems getting her wrapped up for you, but that's the only issue. She measures just about 4.5 inches tall, so she is a nice size one. So we're 21, looking for 22 or more. She is a shopper girl, and remember, she is repaired. Just going to show it to you guys again.
You can't even see where the line comes in on the front.
I know. That's what's so crazy. We didn't even know it at first, but the only reason why you can even tell it is I think a little piece of the ceramic, got chipped away. But if you had the right, and the green, honestly, I find the green's a little easier to blend than the red. So if you go get yourself a nice hunter or dark emerald green, maybe of the Tesla, you slap some of that on that, you're never going to know. So 22 or more, we are doing just in case for active bidders. Again, she is the spaghettied 1950s little shopper girl. There you go. Now you can really see the pink accents down there on the bottom. So we'll go from 15. Oh, and the way the cap is, that's very unique too. They don't always arc the caps up like that. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid. And I was lost in a storm and I fell. My head fell off and they glued it back on. But I'm okay. I didn't drop the lantern. I did not drop my lantern or my stocking. All right. Sorry. That's enough. All right, guys. We have Lillian in at 22. Tracy's in at 24. But Nikki Moss had that just in case at 25. That shows how the just in case works, because Nikki, it's coming to you for 25. Thank you all for the bid so much.
Okay. Jason, my next item is going to start at 38.
You got it.
I did bring one handmade item for this evening, but I'm saving all my other handmaids for tomorrow night. But I had to bring this one because I love to sell pixies with Bill. So this is a Japan little knee hugger pixie that I picked up in Elkhorn. When I picked him up, he didn't have hat. So I have crafted him a new hat out of vintage felt to match the felt that he was already wearing. And he is perched on a vintage little ice cream carton. And the ice cream carton is from Marion, Virginia. It doesn't say what flavor. Oh, it is vanilla. And I have made the pixie because it is summertime. Pixies like the summer too. I have made him a little milkshake in a frosty thimble here. There's a little straw poking out. So he's enjoying a little bit of ice cream on this hot summer day. And he's hanging out with his little deer friend. There is a bright green bottle brush tree in the back, a very old Mercury glass ornament here, a mini ornament. There is a flocked little snowflake here and a spun cotton ball in the back. I have added a little green tinsel up to the top of his hat as well. I love the nose on this pixie. The profile for you. I love the nose on that pixie. He's just so cute. I have added the tiny little pom-poms to his feet. It is signed by me on the back side. And we're going to give you some measurements before I count him down. He is 4 1/4. So I always measure if there's an element hanging off of the side. So 4 1/4 by 7 1/2 to the top of his hat. So that is the size there. All right. I love making stuff on vintage containers. It's some of my favorite things to hunt for all year long, to do these arrangements and to give them a little bit new life, whereas otherwise they would just be stored flat. So I love to try and give new use to these kinds of things and give the pixies a new little home too. All right, so Christine, I see you're 52. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 53 or more. I am going to count it down. If you're bidding and already having a bid, I would encourage you to use those just in cases. All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. bid end.
He is so cute. So good, Amie.
Thank you.
Very good.
I haven't seen the bid end come in yet. The lag is getting worse, I think. All right, and all the bids have come in a chunk again. All right, so there is a bid in from Karen. Thank you so much, Karen. So as I see it on my end, KB had a just in case of 60. Sherry had a just in case of 75. Christine had a just in case of 76, but Pam came in with a just in case of 80. So for 77, Pam, this is coming to you. Thank you so much, Pam. Thank you guys again for appreciating the handmade along with the vintage. It makes my heart full that you guys appreciate giving new life to vintage. So thank you guys so much.
All right, Bill.
And he's not going to join my collection.
No.
All right, Jason, this is going to start at $32. If anyone's interested in a really kitschy, cute Christmas stocking made in Japan, I have this awesome Christmas stocking with the flat-faced fellas on it. Now, whether or not they're pixies or gingerbread men, we don't know. But I've always been attracted to these flat faces. They make a lot of Christmas ornaments in these. These are actually rubber faces, if you don't know, or hard plastic, one of the two. But they're just really fantastic. And you get two of them on this stocking, which is a full 2 feet in length, 24 inches, and made out of felt. And the back is sort of a different, I think it's probably some sort of polyester, but the front is felt, and it is fully stitched all the way around. Sometimes you see these that are glued, and then there's a lot of glue residue around them, but this one is stitched all the way around. Just a little note about a couple condition issues. The S needs to be glued back down, the top of the S, but that's not a huge problem. And then, as typical with a lot of these felted pieces from the time period, you do see some glue residue. I just keep having to hold it back so far because it's so big. It still does have its original hanger on it. It does have some tack holes in it because it looks like it was tacked directly into the wall quite a few times, which is probably smarter than trying to hang it anyway. The green bow here is in really good condition. The gold tassel is still there in the middle. But look at these fellas. They're just so fun.
I've not seen that style of
I was
one.
going to say that. Yep. These are a harder one to find. You don't
Yeah.
see these.
I don't know if I already said it, though, but I've been wanting to start a collection of these flat-faced ornaments because there are lots of ornaments like them, but I just can't find them enough to actually have enough to say it's a collection because they are so darn hard to find. I didn't check to see if there was any glowiness. Yeah, the cheeks do glow, as you would expect.
Yep.
Yeah, they're fun. I didn't check it beforehand, though. But again, 2 feet in length, just a really big one. You can see there kind of is a crease in the middle because that's where it just naturally folds for storage. But a little wrinkle releaser helps get that crease out. I did it earlier today, so you don't see it. It's not as pronounced.
And Bill, the felt coloring on this looks really good. Like some of these really fade out. The red looks really good. Even that green looks really good. That's almost the way it would have been brand new.
Yeah, the red is good. The green definitely has that bluish gray tinge to it, both on the top, the bow, and on the bodies.
I love the way
There's
they
somebody
sell
on Instagram, I can't think of their name, that they have a whole collection of these kind of decorated like stockings like that, and they line their mantle with them, and then they fill them with vintage toys poking out of the top. It looks really cool.
Yeah, there is one Instagram seller that we all know who does have a nice collection of these flat faces, but I just can never find them. But if there is no interest, we'll take a look at it later, and it does have a Made in Japan stamp on the back.
All right, I'm going to move real slow because of the lag. Please make sure you're following Garden Guy Bill along with Enamor Amie. The links to all their channels are down below. Tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m., head over to Instagram. Bill will be having his kitsch sale with Crazy for Kitsch. And then you can head over and see Enamor Amie back over here on YouTube with her and Pam of Oak Grove Mercantile. So my next item is going to be Choice at 22. They're overall good condition. Some of the cellophane is a little worn. The electricity is fine on these, except when I move them, the way I have them plugged in, the lights might flutter. So it's going to be choice on the cardboard Putz tree houses. So these, I don't find that often. It's going to be on choice. I have 2 of them. The tops of these do lift off for shipping. What I would do is, it does have an incandescent bulb in it. I'd switch them over to LED, and then you can get even brighter. They are made in Japan. They are stamped Japan on the bottom. Hopefully you guys can see that. They do have the chunky glitter on them, and they're in overall very good condition, except some of these stars, they're not fully missing, but they are faded. So you guys, that's an easy fix. I don't even know if it's something you have to. I do have the original boxes, so they will come in the original box. It's just a brown box, but they'll be shipped in their original boxes. Each one of these measures just about 12 inches tall. So just about 12 inches tall. They are made of cardboard. So the fact that these are even around still amazes me. You can see that the glitter is all different colors. It's primarily, gold and silver, but you can see some hints of the blues or the purples in there. And again, these are great to place on a mantle, and the tops do come off. So they are made in Japan. They are the Putz style, so they would go with those Putz style houses. So there is your first one. And again, you can see that there's no major fading to them at all. And they do sit on there really good. I'm just not going to push it too much because I took it off. And then that was your first one to choose from. The second one has the same sort of issues. Sorry, I got to get the wire moved around. The only difference is you can see there is a little discoloration here. I kind of like that, though, because it kind of looks like the stars are like, they're going through the night sky. So again, these are made in Japan. These are getting tremendously harder to find. You can see that it is stamped Japan there on the bottom. They are cardboard. They are wired really, really good. They work really well. Some of the cellophane has disintegrated over the years. These are definitely from the 1950s, and they did make them into the 1960s. How do you turn them on and off? You don't. There is no switch. Back then, all it was a simple plug, and I'm actually going to unplug one of them for you to see the plug. The wiring on these are in very good condition. They don't have toggle switches. Like I said, back in the day, literally all they did was have a plug. So you would want to put this on a little toggle switch or an outlet that you could turn on or off. And again, remember, these are not polarized. So these are when that's polarized, usually one's a little bit bigger. So, but that's just a change in electricity. But the wires on these are very good. There's no, kind of dry rot to the cord. Cords are in really good condition, and they're sort of long too.
Do they still make clappers?
Yes, they do. They do. They do. And actually,
what I have in my house is I have outlets plugged into the outlet that have a remote control.
Yeah. What I would do for these is, quite frankly, I love the old blinker bulbs. So these are like C7 bulbs that you put in them. They're the smaller ones. So I would get a little blinker bulb, and that's what I love. And then it would just blink on and off. And then again, the heat isn't all that bad. So again, you got 2 of them here. They're in really good condition. They look great on a mantle. Again, gang, I'm going to tell you, you guys go out, you shop around. These are going to be super hard to find, let alone in this condition. They're made fully of cardboard. They're not splitting. They're not disintegrating. The only thing that's missing is some of the cellophane has disintegrated in those stars. You can see that they do remain, but some is missing. And you could probably get up in there if you wanted to and tried to fix it. It's an easy fix. If you got yourself some colored cellophane and just cut little squares, you could easily glue them back up in there for you. So I'm not going to plug them back in. You guys saw that they work. I have 2 of them to choose from. The only distinguishing difference is this one has the little bit of a stain. So if you only want one of them, you'll have to indicate that you don't want the one with the stain, or maybe you do like the patina. So Harry the Hound Dog's in at 23. We got 2 of them to choose from. Looking for 24 or more, and we're going to count them down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. They do have their original boxes. They're just brown boxes, but the bottom sits nice in. It has like a little neck for it. So
Jason, did they make these in different sizes?
I don't think
so. One? I feel like
I have a larger one.
Do you have a large one?
Yeah.
I find that they made them in different colors. I have one in red, and then last year when we sold together, I have one that's like a cut in. It was a very atomic looking tree, abstract looking.
Yeah.
They made that one too. But The bigger ones are a little harder to find. All right, Harry, you didn't need your just in case. So at 23, let me know if you want one or two. And if you want one, I'm assuming you want the one that doesn't have the I don't even want to call it. I mean, because it could have come from the factory that way, just the difference in color. And then Simply Shenanigans, you'll have backup. So we'll watch. Harry, let me know if you want one or two. And then simply, okay, Harry, they're both yours. Thank you so much. All right, Amie.
Okay, this is going to be my highest priced item of the evening. Going to start at 45, Jason.
You got it, Amie.
All right, I did give a little sneak peek of this guy a couple days ago. Because it's Christmas in July, one of the giant pixies had to come out to play. I do have two more giant pixies that I'll probably bring out closer to the November timeframe. But this guy had to come out in July. He wanted to be in somebody's summer display. Pixies are fine at Christmas, but they're really good during the summer too. So he is a large and in charge Pixie, just posing. I love the pose and all of the detail in him. He is made by Thames, Japan, THAMES. And I love all the detail on his face. Big old eyelashes, green eyes, nice rosy cheeks. Cold paint is pretty good on him. If you guys saw my Pixie haul video from a couple months ago, I did preview him. He does have, I do have another one of these in a different pose, but there is a little bit of cold paint scratching right there on the top of the hat. And I think that was really the only spot on him that I can see. Maybe there's just a tiny little pinpoint right there and right there. Otherwise, it's just mainly right there on the hat. But I don't really think that it takes away from him at all. He is marked Japan, and his original price was 98 cents.
I'll take 2 dozen.
Stay there at the bottom. Oh, to go back in time to Woolworths, right?
Oh,
I would love to do that just for one day. That's all I need, just one day. Not going to be too greedy, but I would love to go back in time and go to Woolworths again during Christmas. And the red or the gold on him is also cold paint, and the face is completely airbrushed cold paint as well. So there's not really anything that's sealed on him. That's why typically when I see these, if I ever see these, which is not super often, a lot of the paint is completely like faded or scratched off, but he's really, really good. So you can see that he is on the large size. I have been bringing the tiny mini ones the past couple weeks, but these are the pretty much the largest size that I have ever come across. So he is 4.5 by 6.5 by 6. So 6.5 tall to the top of his little pointy hat. I love his ears. Bill, do you have some of these larger ones in your Pixie collection?
I do, and they're my favorite part of them is the ears.
Yeah, for sure. And again, there's no chips on him that I can find. It's just that tiny little scratch of cold paint on the top of his hat. All right. So I am going to count him down. If you are bidding, definitely put in those just in cases as soon as the countdown starts. Don't wait too long to put those in because of the lag. Don't want anybody to come in after the bid end. So right now, Lori's got the high bid at 51. So we're looking for 52 or more. Let's count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Karen says hers are upstairs right now and she loves them.
Awesome.
How can you not be happy when
I
you
know.
see these guys?
You just
like,
have to
honestly,
smile. And it's those big old ears. Like, you can't help it. All right. There's the bid end from Karen. So as I see it on my screen, Gloria had a bid of 60, Harry the Hound Dog of 55, Antiques for You, a just in case of 89. Lori, your other just in case, or your other bid came in after the bid end. Sherry came in with a just in case of 120. So for 90, Sherry, this guy is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All righty, Bill.
$15, Jason, and I have a set of salt and pepper shakers. I have Santa and the Misses here. And these are one of the 3 variations that I know of of the Christ or Crest salt and pepper shakers. Really fun to have. Now, there is some paint issue with a lot of, Christ was very messy when they did their painting. So you can see little minor pieces of paint loss. Excuse me, everyone. I've got a problem.
Oh, buddy.
Poor Toulouse.
So cute.
Yeah, tiny little areas where there are little nips of paint loss, little messiness. And if you notice, these are the rhinestone eye ones. And so the major condition issue to know about if you're interested, Santa has both of his rhinestones. Mrs. Claus is missing one on one of her eyes. Interestingly enough, though, Michael sells ones this size and this color. If that bothered you and you wanted to replace them, I did fix another pair of ones that I'm keeping myself. They do have their original rubber stoppers, and as you can see, they both are marked, stamped Christ on the bottom. That one has some extra. Oh, that one has 2 Christ stamps on the bottom, and they stand at 3.5 inches tall.
Oh, man.
So
These
a
are
really fun ceramic company to have some pieces from. There is another version of Santa and Mrs. Claus as well. They do not have the rhinestone eyes. And then there's, interestingly, a set where it's just Mrs. Claus and a big stack of presents as the pepper. So, yeah, really fun to know that there are different types. And by the way, this Mrs. Claus is, I don't want to say rarer, but many of the Mrs. Claus don't have the red stripes on their outfits. This one does have the red stripes. Mrs. Claus is not bald. Let's take a look. She is
just chubby.
No, I think she's got her. I think this is her hair, and it's in a bun.
Yeah.
Yeah?
She's got some white hair. Yeah, she's got some white hair. And I'm built. These are so hard to find. I've never even had the opportunity to purchase a set for our collection.
Yeah, they're fun, right?
They're good.
They're really fun. So I'll go ahead and start that countdown. Just looking for 16 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And her blouse is kind of giving me Holt Howard vibes with those stripes. Her shape is almost like a condiment jar.
It is.
It is.
All I think of her when I see that style, Mrs. Claus, is her saying, Papa, Papa, eat, eat.
All right. Thank you all for the bids. So Harry the Hound Dog came in with a 16, but Nikki Moss protected her bid with a just in case of 20. So, Nikki, these are yours for $17. Thank you so much.
Gang, thank you all for hanging out with us tonight. We 3 love Christmas. We love selling Christmas. So we're so happy that our Christmas friends are here with us. Gang, please make sure you give my video here a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, along with Bill's channel and Amy's channel. And gang, my next item, I'm going to switch over to glass. I had to bring some glass. It's just part of the Mother Tucker way. So it's going to be my highest priced item tonight at $65. So there's one condition issue I do want to note. Okay, these Santa fairy lamps by Fenton, they had some flaws. So they didn't make them very long. So this has, you can just sort of see right here, there's 2 little nips. You can kind of see with the satin glass. You can see how the light catches them. So somebody sat it down pretty hard and nipped it a little bit. And then they nipped the back of his head there. Okay. So it's just a small, this one's a little flea bite. Those are 2 little nips right here, but it is in the back. So gang, normally I try not to bring things that are damaged. I want to make sure I sit this one in right. This guy is hard to find in the fact that it is the yellow custard. Okay, that might be reading white on your end, but it is the yellow custard. It's looking that you're getting the hue of yellow on my end, and it is the Santa Fenton fairy lamp. So overall, those little chips aside, they're in the back. There's no chips in the front. A lot of times these would get gnarly chips in the front. My story that I was told with Fenton that they discontinued these because they just were difficult to make and there were a lot of factory flaws with them. So again, they made it in red, they made it in milk glass, but I've never had the opportunity to have the yellow custard. So
I read somewhere that when they were trying to make these, the molds kept blowing up.
Yep. Yep, they kept breaking, and they were so hard to make that Fenton actually scrapped it. And then in the 2000s or the late 2000s, they came out with a different Santa, and they did away with these molds completely. So let me show you the best part about him. And while I do, the dimensions on him, he's about 5.5 inches tall. So if you guys collect your Fenton fairy lamps, you guys are going to know, I hate taking that head on and off. So you'll know that this is a harder color to find. And also because it is the yellow custard, if you guys love to make things glow at Christmas time, this guy is going to glow. And the beauty part is he glows green. That's what I love about him. So if you want a great piece of glass that glows at Christmas time, this guy is going to glow the gorgeous uranium green. And again, he is a Fenton Santa fairy lamp. He does have the issues on the back. He is not marked Fenton. So I think this is, I don't know, keep trying to, the custard's very hard to see in the light if he's marked Fenton or not. I don't think these were made prior to 1971. I think that they were made in the 70s and into the 80s, and he would have just still had the paper Fenton label. But we're not going to hold you guys up too long. If there's no glass folks that are interested in the fairy lamp, we will move it on. But again, he is 5.5 inches tall. He is the quintessential Santa fairy lamp made by Fenton. He might be reading very white on your screen, but he is the yellow custard, and he does have a couple chips here on the back. But again, if you guys go on any other platforms and you do some research, you're going to see that there's no custard ones that are offered, and there hasn't been for a very long time. So there you can see, there we go. I just want you guys to get a good indicator of what you're purchasing. The 2 chips right there. There might be some slight roughness on these molds. There always is, but I cannot find any other chips but those 2. And then the other little chip, see if we can get that to show. There you go. You can see the little glistening right there. So thank you all for the bids. I see Harry the Hound Dog is in at 65. We have MJ Bear in at 67. Let me sit this on again. That's why these you can never find in very good condition, because they're like putting a Rubik's Cube together. But once you get it, you get it. And you'll see that they glow. I'll show you the glow one more time. And
so you can only put the lid on one way.
Yes.
Right?
Yep. Only one way. And then what happens is the way these were made, the way they cut the head and then the beard, that's why they get chipped. Usually, now the custard is a little more susceptible to chipping than the glossier glass. So that wouldn't surprise me that this one had chips. And again, the reason why I picked this up is that I never, ever saw this one in the custard. So, and I couldn't even find any.
I've only ever seen it in red.
The red, you see them, I see that, but then I also see the milk glass one more often. So again, guys, there is some chips to it, but other than that, in good condition. Let's do a countdown just in case for active bidders. So MJ Bear's in at 67. We're looking for 68 or more, just in case for active bidders. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I just think this would be so great if you guys do a black light display around Christmas time. This guy, and he glows like a very jadeite style green. It's uranium, but it's also a softer green. It looks to my eye almost like a glowy jadeite. So there is the bid end. Thank you so much, guys. And it's going to MJ Bear for 67. Congratulations. All right, Amy.
Okay. All right. I have, let me see where I'm at. 28, Jason.
Got it.
Okay. So my next item, I had to bring at least one plush. I'm saving the big rubber face, my toy guy that's down there behind me, closer to Christmas time. But this guy I had to bring out now because he's just super fun. So he is a fully plush stuffed roly-poly rubber-faced Santa. He does have a super soft beard. All of the fur is intact. His trimmings, he does still have his little felt mittens. They are a little bent over time, but they are still there. And he is in that kind of crushed velvet kind of suit, very soft. Fur trim still down here at the bottom. There is just a little like discoloration. I have found most of the plush Santas over time get this kind of discoloration on the white kind of trim parts, but I don't think it really takes away from him that much. He is made in Japan. And up here where this arm is, I just noticed this. There is one loose stitch. You can kind of see the thread there. The thread is actually orange. It is not red, but you can see that right in there. I did want to note that just because like that was really the only condition kind of thing that I saw with him. But the cool thing about him, he's not just a roly-poly, jolly old fellow. He's musical too. So he has a wooden base, and this just says made in Japan down here at the bottom. So he's a music box as well. He plays jingle bells. So I'll wind him up and play him a little bit for you.
Oh man, Amie, I've never seen him that he was a music box.
There is an older style of him that dates to the late 1930s that didn't have a music box. He was made a little bit later into the 50s. This guy was made. But the older ones sell for like hundreds of dollars. If you ever come across those, they look more, they have more of a composite paper mache kind of face like a Harold Gale Santa would have, not this kind of vinyl rubber face that this guy does. But he works really well. He's just going to chime away. There is a little bit of paint chipping down here, and the base is wood. Okay. Just make sure with these vintage music boxes that you don't like overwind them. Otherwise they tend to get stuck. But he's just going to play away. So measurement for this guy, he is 12 inches tall and he is about 7 inches wide. I just think he's really fun. I had never been able to pick up one of these before. I got up at 3 a.m. to go get this guy at an estate sale. So he was a fun find, but his paint on his face is really, really good too. All right. So Sweet Rosebud, I see you're 30. Thank you so much. So we're going to count him down. He ate all the cookies. Yes, he did, Karen. He certainly did.
He did.
All right. So let's count him down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ho, ho, ho. Bid end. I know Jamie's getting up super early to go to an epic estate sale tomorrow morning.
You guys have some good ones up there in Michigan, don't you?
It's a really good one. I just don't have time to go to it, unfortunately. So Jamie's going to get all the Christmas goods. There's a whole room of Christmas. So
all right, Jamie, get it.
All right. So there's the bid end from Karen. Thank you again, Karen. So Sweet Rosebud had a just in case of 40, but Harry the Hound Dog came in with a just in case of 41. So Harry is going to take it for 41. Ho, ho, ho. Thank you, Harry the Hound Dog. Thank you.
So good. All right, Bill.
$48, Jason. I also brought a fairy lamp today. If anyone is interested in one of these beautiful hand-painted Fenton fairy lamps with a winter scene on it, the front of it is this really beautiful cabin. And I just love how the smoke coming out of the chimney goes right across the moon. Isn't that neat?
It's good. This
A
one's
little
good,
fence
Bill.
with the garland, the Christmas garland. And then on the back, if you just wanted to display it, there's a single tree sort of in front of a whole forest of trees. And it's a beautiful blue color. I don't know if it's coming across. No chips or cracks. The only condition issue I would note, and you're kind of seeing it here, is that on the inside of the base, there are 6 little nubs that the shade sits on. For some reason, one of them is just a tiny, tiny bit taller than the other 5. So you have to rotate it to get it into a place where it looks really good. But nonetheless, it's not a mistake. It's just a mold issue. So it does have the Fenton stamp on the bottom, the one in the oval. It also does still have a Fenton sticker on it. And as I think most of you know, these are hand painted. So the artist has signed the inside. And this one's actually a numbered piece as well. Many of these are not numbered, but this one is. This is hand painted by Jay Davis. And it's number 1686. So just look at the shade. Yeah, it's really pretty.
I could just imagine Bill sitting in that cabin, sipping back some hot, cocoa, maybe some cold eggnog on a nice Christmas Eve.
No eggnog.
No, Jason.
No eggnog.
Eating some butter bits from Mama Pam and Enamor Amie.
Butter bits do go really good with hot cocoa.
Yes, Taylor. I would definitely say that this is a teal blue color. Mm-hmm. I was trying to get some other. Let me see what happens when I put white behind it.
Yeah, that's helping it, Bill.
Yeah, it's really pretty.
I love when they do the frit, when they do the ground up glass
Great.
that makes it look like sparkly glitter.
And you
on
can
there.
see from where you are what parts are. All the snow on the tree, all the snow on the fence and below the fence, all the snow on the trees, all the way around is that fritz, that little ground up glass that makes it look like snow. And the base is beautiful. The base is really a teal, like really pretty.
Amie, the chat wants to know what butter bits are real quick.
Okay. So the original butter bits were made by Mrs. Leland's. It was some sort of candy, is that all that we can figure out, made in the 60s. They come in really awesome pattern tins, but we've tried to figure out the ingredients to remake them. But Mama Pam has found a recipe for butter bits cookies.
Yes.
So they're kind of like a butter cookie.
Yes. And Taylor is correct. In my days of stripping for Chubbindales, I used to be nicknamed Butterbits. Hey, I had to pay for my tuition somehow, guys. Don't judge.
So Robin says the name of this pattern is Vermont Sky. And
I see that.
Having grown up in upstate New York near the Canada border, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
So thank you all for your bids. It really is a sweet piece. And this is, some of you may remember that I bought a lot of these. This is my second to last one. So there's only one more after this. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. Jill right now is in at 51. So if you are an active bidder, you can use it just in case if you're interested. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
And Bill, I just noticed that has the original label on it too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So the label and the stamp on the bottom.
Man, that's good.
So there is the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Vicky had a bid of 52, but Trina came in with a just in case of 87. So Trina, yours for $53. Thank you so much.
All right, gang. My next items are going to be choice at $12. And if you guys wondered what the little angels do after Christmas, they take a little nap in their little teeny tiny cribs. Now, gang, I don't know. These seem like they're factory made to me because it is the cardboard with the mica glitter. So I have two to choose from. These are in overall very good condition. They might have one or two slight issues, but just $12 choice. Here's your first one. You can see there is a little discoloration to the eye. These are spun glass. These are spun cotton heads. So you can just see one has a little, issue there with the eye. Other than that, very good condition. They're actually spun cotton, and it's the Jason, time out. The heads are the spun cotton. Then it's spun glass, the angel hair that's in here. You can see that the one little star has fallen down to the side there. And then they used the Mercury beads to string on this wire so it can be hung. So this is your first choice. It also has the three little flowers on the front. They are the little foil, little rhinestoney kind of little gems glued on. And then there's only two on the back. So I don't know if it's missing one, but that is your first little choice, a little angel. And her wings are intact. They're just curled up. And then there's a little bit of mica glitter around her neck. So that's your first one. And both of these measure about 2 inches tall by about 5.5 inches wide. Here's your second one. Her face is probably in a little better condition than the first one. She also is laying in the bed there. The little crib with the spun glass, or angel hair as we called it when I was a kid, with the little stars in there. It also has the Mercury beads that holds it. I think these are really unique. These are super cute, different, very 1940s, 1950s style. This is starting to just pull off just a little bit, but it's on there. It'll make it to you. But if you want to bend it, they're made of foil. They are made of foil. So Pam, thank you. I see you're 14. Pam is in at 16. Again, these are really unique. I don't think these were a hobbyist. I think these were actually manufactured. Probably had a Japan paper label on them, and they are reading correct. It is the crib is white, and then it's got the gold glitter detailed all the way around, and it is that thicker, chunky glitter and mica. So the white that you see is the mica, which actually mica, for those of you that aren't familiar with it, it was the way they made glitter back in the day. It was crushed stone. So it was crushed up stone that they would then splatter on it. You know, they would put some sort of glue and then roll the cardboard in it or roll it onto it so it adhered to it. And then that's how it got it glitter. So when you feel it, it kind of feels like, you know, a match head or, you know, something very rough because it is really natural stone. And then they started making synthetic glitters. So we're in at 16 with Pam. The only way we're going to distinguish the difference is this one we're going to call left eye. And then, so if you want them both, you just claim them both. But just if you don't want this one, but you want the one that the eyes look like that, we're going to call this one left eye. If that's what you want, or you don't want it, say no to left eye.
Is the other one T-Boz?
Yes, it is. Now you were picking up on it, Amy. Look, all right, okay, all right. So we're gonna count it down. Look, you're quick on it, Amy. 17 or more. We'll count it down from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. I like them together because they look like brother angels that maybe got into a little scuff. Mom put them to bed, and now this one has a little. But you could take a little pen to that if you wanted to, and it still displays very well. So, Pam, you're still in, and you didn't need your just in case. So, congratulations, Pam. Your high bid. Pam is in at 16, but Pamela Blanchard is in at 14. So, Pam, let me know which one or ones you want. If you want them both, or if you just want one, and then Pamela, you'll have backup, and I think they were the only two bidders. Yep. So Pam, let me know if you want one or two, and then Pamela, you'll have backup. So I will watch the chat. So Pam D, you have choice on which one or ones you want, and let me know which one you want, and then we'll offer the last one to Miss Pam, and we'll get you going, Amy. I'll watch the chat.
All right. My next item, Jason's going to start at 34.
Got it.
And this is coming out of my personal collection. So usually if I pick out something else for my deer collection, another deer has to exit the herd. So this is a Kreiss, Kreiss reindeer, and it is a candle holder. So I am parting with him because I added a couple more deer to my collection this year. So I usually do that. I go through my Christmas ceramics and somebody's got to go. So I didn't have the mate to him. So that's why I am giving him up for somebody else, but he is in lovely shape. There's no chips on him. He does have a little Paper Japan sticker here on his belly. Typically the Kreiss ceramics have like some sort of stamp that says Kreiss on one of the feet, but a lot of times it's so lightly pressed on there that sometimes it just completely fades off. So there's no more Kreiss stamping on him. There is a little bit of crazing present, but not a whole bunch. But he's darn cute. I love that he's wearing his little striped Santa hat. He's really, really cute. I also think that when I had him in my Christmas display, I'm trying to think what I did with him. Oh, I balanced a little bottle brush tree out of his backside instead of putting a candle in him. And then I think I made a little forest around him with some other size bottle brush trees too. But he's darn cute. He measures 5 1/4 tall by 4 inches wide. So that's the sizing for him. He's not a super large deer, just kind of a medium size figurine. Cute for your deer collection, cute at Christmas time. I know Shanna is a deer lover as well. So Shanna, I see you're 34. Thank you so much. We do still have a couple more rounds in our quick claims to get to tonight. So I'm not going to spend a super long time on him. So we're going to count Mr. Deer down. Shanna's at 34. So we're looking for 35 or more. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Ooh, the sweater's getting a little warm.
Yeah, the hat's cooking me a bit. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh my. All right. There is the bid end from Kieran. So Harry, I see you're 35. Shanna, just in case, of 41. Lori had a 38 bid, but Lori came back in with a 42 bid. So for 42, Lori's going to take it. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
I love his hat, Amy. Love his hat.
I know.
All right, Bill.
$14, Jason. And I have one of these amazing honeycomb angel, the metal honeycomb tree toppers. And I have to say, I generally pass on these when I see them because they tend to be so beat up. I don't think I've ever seen one personally that's been in such good condition. You do see some crease lines in the wings, but the wings aren't ripped. They're still there. She's just in great condition. She has this beautiful gold honeycomb metal dress on with a foil pink underdress underneath. And then under that is the cone that you would use to put her on top of the tree. She is a big one too. She's 10.5 inches tall. Her upper part of her body's in great condition. She still has her eyes, the little star eyes. Her hair is also made out of the metal honeycomb. And if I show you from the side, she has this really, the older sort of tinsel, wired tinsel. She's holding a little Mercury ball. And then she's got this little metal detail around her bodice. Just really, really pretty. And in such good condition. Again, I generally leave these behind when I see them. I didn't actually measure her width. She is 10.5 inches tall. And at the bottom, yeah, go ahead, Jason.
What's her face made of?
She's styrofoam.
Styrofoam, that's right.
Yep.
And the body is pink or is it purple?
No, the underdress is pink.
Okay.
The underdress is pink. Pink
Amazing.
foil.
She's adorable.
Yeah, she's great. And I know a lot of us have seen these before and they do get so messed up, but this one is in such good condition. She's got also a little belt around, sort of a gold cord belt. Both of her arms are still attached. They are posable. Her bodice is in good condition. Just really lovely.
So cute. And you know what I love about the foil? The light glistens off the foil so well at Christmas time.
Yeah, when you have the twinkling lights near these. I actually don't use mine because I have a bunch. I don't use them on the tree. I just have a sort of table full of them, all different sizes. This is on the big size from my experience. I don't see many that are this big, the 10.5 inches tall. So again, as Amy said, we're getting close to our quick claim round. So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. And that is a great reminder, Karen. If you do have vintage that you want to be featured on a future episode of Fantastic Finds with Jason and Amy, the email is in the chat. Send your pictures to that email and Jason and Amy will take a look. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. Pam came in with a 17, but Les came back in with a just in case of 20. So Les, she is yours for $18. Thank you.
Congratulations, Les. And gang, please make sure you're subscribed to Bill and Amy. The links to their YouTube channels are right down there below. Don't forget tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Amy's channel. If you guys like what you're seeing here, going to want to make sure to head over there because her and Pam of Oak Grove Mercantile are going to be having a handmaids and vintage Christmas sale tomorrow night at 8 p.m. over on Enamor Amy's channel. And then beforehand, head over to Instagram, check out Bill and Steph, Crazy for Kitsch. They have their weekly sale at 5 p.m. Eastern over on Instagram. $15 if it wants to highlight is my next item. Now, if you guys are doing one of these like Alpine Village sorts of things, you're going to want a church. So if you guys love the Putz houses that are made of cardboard, I have to tell you that I've never been able to have one of these larger churches. So I'm just starting this at $15. It's in overall very good condition. The round window up here, the cellophane has a little slice or like it almost has like a little indentation in it. So other than that, very good condition. The steeples on these do come off. So when I ship it to you, this will come off. It was easier to store. This one is stamped Japan there on the bottom. Again, they have the red detailing here of the roof. This is a larger one. And again, if you guys aren't familiar, when you see these sorts of trees, these were actually natural sponges that they would dry out, snip, paint, and then they added them to these Putz houses. You can see there is a little bit of wear right there in that little celluloid window, but this is a nice, beautiful, large church. I kind of separated it from the other ones because sometimes I know folks just like to have a nice big church to put under the tree. This one measures 8 inches tall. So 8 inches tall. It's a nice large one by just about 6.5 inches across. So again, really neat. You can see it has that almost blue, greens, like seafoam green bottom all the way around. Nice large church. You can see it has a nice big opening for a light in the back. This one is the cardboard, and this one is stamped Japan, as you can see down there on the bottom. And again, let me take my black light really quick so we can shine it through, and you guys maybe can get an idea for how the windows look. My light's sort of dim, but you guys get the idea. And there is just a little bit of wear right there. Again, I love these churches. I think they're great just by themselves. They do. I just show you real quick how they look in comparison to the ones I sold. The dimensions on them, the scale to them is correct. So they would pair together very well. These are the ones that are on the platform. And the ones on the platform, you know, usually when they're priced in the malls, these command just a little higher than the ones that sit just on the flat cardboard. So Harry's in at 15. Thank you, Harry. We're looking for 16 or more. Again, this has the mica glitter on it. You can see it glistening. There is just a little bit of deterioration to the windows. Karen, thank you. I see you in at 18. So we're looking for 19 or more. You can see that the trees are intact. Then it has the gold there by the front door. So they're kind of, you know, saying that's the front door or somewhere in that region. You can see the red on it too. So again, the measurements, and then we're going to do a countdown. The measurements on this one, it's larger, 8 inches tall by 6.5 wide. So let's count it down. We're looking for 19 or more. So we'll go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And again, those tops come off for easy storage. So I'll ship it without it so it doesn't get crushed. Really, really neat. I love this. Is probably one of the best churches I've ever found in these Putz style houses. So Harry's in at 20, but Karen G is in it just in case of 27. Thank you guys so much. And thanks for hanging out with us. Holly, thank you for covering her. So Karen G, it's coming to you for 21. Congratulations, guys. Thank you so much. All right, Miss Amy.
All right. Congrats, Karen. All right. My next one is going to start at 20, Jason.
Got it.
And I have another thing coming out of my personal collection. This is a knee hugger Pixie that is riding on top of a plastic reindeer. I don't see these hardly ever. Again, I'm trying to pare down my Christmas. It's kind of out of control. And I think the two guys on screen with me can attest to Christmas gets out of control pretty quickly.
No.
Just buy a bigger house.
Just buy a bigger
Crazy
house.
talk.
That solves all the problems. All right, so this is not something I crafted. This is how he originally came. There are a couple different variations of the knee hugger Pixies that are riding on a reindeer. There's a bigger one that's kind of more of a blow mold type of deer that has a bigger kind of Pixie riding on it. And then there's a couple of these. There's a brown deer version, and this is kind of the off-white deer version. There is movement, so you can kind of position the head, although it can't really go too far because of the Pixie's head, but you can kind of position the head a little bit differently. And the deer has a little felt, what would you call that? Saddle, I guess. I don't know. Bridle, saddle, I don't know what they're called for deer. I know what they're called for horses, but I don't know about deer. Maybe the felt is just a tad faded. The green is typically the first color to fade on these vintage felties for whatever reason. Same with the green on the Pixie, might just be a little discolored from age, but they're all in really good shape. There's no holes or anything in the Pixie. He's holding on for dear life, that's for sure. This will stand upright. It is kind of that soft vinyl is what the deer made out. It's not the hard plastic deer. It is kind of posable, but he will freestand for you. Measurement for this guy is 6.5 by 4 1/4. So that's about the size there. Great for your knee hugger collection. I love these guys. So we're going to count this guy down. Christine is in at 35. I saw KB come in at 31. So we are looking for 36 or more. We're going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. He's going for a ride. All right. The lag is real.
Yeah, it is.
All right, there is the bid end from Karen. So I saw KB came in with a 36. Harry had a 38. Sandra had a just in case of 53, but Christine came in with a just in case of 57. So for 54, Christine, this guy's coming to you. Sandra, your just in case of 60 did come in after the bid end. Congratulations, Christine. Thank you so much.
So cute. All right.
$20, Jason. And speaking of Pixie knee hugger collection, I'll bring my little knee hugger for the evening. Yeah, these are one of my favorite type. I have a bunch of these in my collection. Super hard to find. These are the ones with the printed design on their body. The design, if you look really closely, is a poinsettia and holly and berries. And it comes in 3 variations. There's this green with the red decoration, and then there's the opposite, a red with the green. And then there's a red on top of a yellow, which is super hard to find. This one also still does have its original gold bow around the neck, which for some reason I find them missing a lot. I don't know if it's the material that it's made out of, but oftentimes this particular design doesn't have the gold bow.
There are not very many knee huggers that had the bow
No.
as opposed to the little pointy collar.
Yeah, the collar. And this one, I always love this design too, because the knees never unlock because of the way that they've fashioned this little muff that the knee hugger has. Sweet little face, mischievous face. On top of the hat, there's also a pipe cleaner, chenille pipe cleaner rim around it. And it has its original hanger. And what are the remnants of what would have been a blue and white Japan tag, but it's no longer there. And this is a tiny one. He is only 5 inches. Actually, mid-sized one, I should say, because I have much smaller ones as well. So cute. And again, this pattern on the felt is one of the more sought after, just because it adds some variety to your collection. It's not just a solid green or red or gold. So
I swear they did not make a lot of these pixies. I swear there's like billions of different ones, because you see one and then you don't see that kind like yours for like 4 or 5 years, and then boom, then you find one, and they're just so good.
Yeah, for me, that's about the time period that these come along. I find one maybe every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and start that countdown. Thank you all for your interest. Right now, we'd be looking for 24 or more on this little dude. I'm losing focus. Let me try to, there, that's good. So 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
I've never had one of these. Never ever saw one.
And the cheeks glow, but most of them do. Just it's not necessarily a special thing, because most of them actually do glow. All right, everybody, thanks for your bids. So I see the bid end. So I see Sandra in with a 25, Vicky with a just in case of 27, Sandra back in with a 28, Harry the Hound Dog with a 31, KB came with a just in case of 47. So KB, that means this is yours for $32. Congratulations and thank you.
All righty, gang. My next item is going to start a little higher because it is technically new old stock. I have the original box for it, and I think I was one of the first ones to ever take it out. So it is on this cool Santa centerpiece. It is flocked. It's like it's almost like a thicker cardboard. It's thicker than I've ever kind of had before. You can sort of see. And then it has these wood dowel rods that actually hold it together. So he's in really good condition. You can see all the foil. There might be a little bit of schmutz right there. Let me get that off there. Just a little piece of fuzz. He's in really good condition. The sleigh, it has the rickrack all the way around. It has the little foil trees. It has the Christmas gifts in there. Santa is in really good condition. His face is actually made of like a plastic, and the only thing that's wrong is his beard's a little loose. So you might want to put a little dab of glue on his beard. Other than that, his face also glows under black light, and so does some of the Christmas ornaments that you see. So he's large, really great condition. I love the big whopping Christmas gift here in the back, and then you have one that is wrapped in pink. So, and then the flowers on it, the flowers are like these silk style flowers. So they're not necessarily like the 1950s or the 60s. I actually think this might be like an early 1970s centerpiece. So it's a nice large one. Again, this would be great if you guys had the large celluloid deer. You know, you could sit them in front of it. And then, of course, you have Santa in the sleigh. He measures about 6 inches tall. So he's 6 inches tall, and it's about 9 inches wide. So again, I think he's sort of a different, unique one. Let me sit him down and show you. I do have the box. Some of the cellophane is pushed in on the box. So he will come in his original box. And it has an original price tag on it of $1.95 with some code numbers there on the side. So it doesn't want to seem to focus. So I'm not too sure what that necessarily meant, or if you could translate that. But again, super. I've never had one of these before to even add to my collection or to offer. His nose appears to be, now with the time period, I'm going out on a limb. They feel like they would be glass ornaments. If not, they're the plastic ones that emulate the glass. And then all you have to do is put a little dab of glue there on his beard, a little bit of Elmer's glue. Other than that, he's in like brand new condition. So let me show you the glow. If you guys can see the glow, you can see the beard glows, the white glows, but this ornament right here definitely has a glow to it underneath black light. So again, let me show you him up close. He's really cute. The face on him is actually plastic, but everything else is made the way they would have made it in the 50s, you know, with the felt, the pipe cleaners, all those other things. And then you have the Christmas gifts that are glued in there. Again, I love the larger presents that you can see on it. Look at that big gift. You had to be the real good person to get that big gold one from him. So, and he even has legs. So it's not just a torso, and you can see the feet down in there. So we're with Harry right now for 45. We're looking for 46 or more. Again, the rickrack, it actually has a metallic to it, so it catches it under the light.
And it's in such good condition. I mean, I've seen those so like messed up with missing pieces, and it's in really good. It looks new.
That's true kitschmas right there.
Absolutely. There are no stains on it. There's no breaks on it. If you guys are looking for a really brand new old stock style of Christmas, I think this is for you. So let me hold it back here so you guys can see. Again, I think this would make a great mantelpiece, would look great on your, your dinner table at Christmas time. And again, if you have those larger, like I'm talking the larger celluloid deer, you get one or two of them in front of that, string a little bit of string to them, instant kitsch-tastic kitschmas right there for you. So we're in at 45, looking for 46. Let's go ahead and count this down. We're going to go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Flying in for Christmas in July. Super cute. I could even see you guys putting this in like a tree topper. It's light enough. You could definitely, if you had a large enough tree, feed it into the tree topper for your display. All right, Harry, you got it. It's coming to you for 45. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
That's awesome. All right. $12 for my next round, Jason.
You got it.
I had to bring this tonight. I love these vintage Christmas pop-up books. This is a pop-up book. Now, I do want to note right away, this was in a video, I don't know, maybe in March or April. I've had this a long time. It is missing the back cover, okay? But I don't see this one. I think maybe I've had this one other time in like the 9 years I've been selling vintage. So I had to pick it up because it's so cute. So with that being said, that's why it's starting at $12, because it's missing the back cover. But let's get in here. So here's the first pop-up. Okay, so this is Carrie Kittens. It does date to the 1950s. And most of the time, these comb-bound books would have come in a little gift box because typically they would come with other like little activities to do throughout the book, things that you could play along with the book with it. And then there's usually stuff throughout the book that would have, you could take out of the book as well. And I will note a couple of those things when I get to that part. But hello, this is the story you're going to meet. The Joneses twins who live here on Mistletoe Street. Their father and mother, their dog, whose name is Joe, and their kitten named Carrie. Wait, where did he go? So Carrie is kind of throughout the story, Carrie Kitten. And here is another fun page. So you open the door here, and there's Carrie inside hiding in the coat. So cute. I love these books. They're some of my favorites. Really darling illustrations. You could definitely build a cute little display with kittens around this if you love to display kind of your everyday figurines with your Christmas stuff. Really cute. Love this story. So there are, so right here, there would have been a little wrapped present with a music box attached right where you see that round spot. And those were things that were meant to come out of the book when the kid would play with it originally. So it does say like, press the package and you'll know why Carrie was scared. So there is another point in here where there was something that could come out of the book. This is a fun little scene coming down the stairs. Carrie has gotten into the Christmas presents. Love that.
Carrie's a naughty kitty.
I know.
Yes.
Carrie reminds me a lot of Queso.
Yeah, I think Carrie lives in my
antics. Okay, so you can see right here on this page it says novelty badge. So there would have been a little pin back button that could come out that the kiddo could wear. Look at this kitty riding on the rocket ship. So good.
Awesome.
I love this page here with the snowman. Very cute story. And here is the last pop-up you're going to see is Carrie is hopping down the chimney. I love these kind. They don't make books like this.
No.
They don't.
No.
They really don't. And here is the last page that you'll see. Meow, meow.
Yeah. And these were classics even when they came out. They knew how good they were when they came out.
And there's the last. So this is the ending of the story. It is just missing the back cover. And those two little metal things that would have been included inside of the book are also missing. But there's just a little, there's bending and things on the corner, but relatively good shape. I still think it has a lot of life. A lot of the pop-up books that I come across, the pop-ups are just completely destroyed. So all of the pop-ups in here are in good working order. So measurement for this is 9 1/4 by 11 1/4. It does date to the 1950s. I see Pam's in at 12, so we're looking for 13 or more. I am going to start that countdown. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. So fun.
Did you see that Pamela said that her cat was named Queso?
I did not know that, Pam. I did not know that. Well, we have matching cats. All right, there's the bid end from Karen. I saw Sweet Rosebud had a 13, but Pam came in with that just in case of 20. So Pam for 14. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right, Bill.
$9, Jason.
You got it.
And I have this silly little guy here, this Lefton Santa, who he is so cute because he looks like maybe Santa as a kid. He was born with a beard. I don't know, because he's just looking silly with his legs splayed and his little mitten up over his mouth like he just did something bad. But I always thought that Santa was the one who called the shots, right? So I don't know. And he's got a really nicely painted face. And if you can tell by the shape, Santa is a bell, has a ceramic clapper. There's most of the Lefton stamp is on there, in there. And then we have the Geo Z Lefton stamp right here. I'm at the sticker. And then it is numbered. But just a sweet little ceramic to add to your collection. He's got this sweet little ivy and berry up at the top of his hat. And then obviously his hat is molded so that you could use him as a bell. So a really nice little ceramic. Santa is 3.5 inches tall. and also about 3.25 inches wide at the feet. But I
Bill,
love this color. Go ahead.
I was going to say, Bill, in your preview, I thought this was a single shaker. I didn't know this was the bell. I didn't know they made a bell in this sculpt.
Right. So Lefton did have the shakers too. In fact, I think this mint colored green mitten came in lots of different things. I think there were candle holders as well.
Shopper girls.
Yeah.
I love the mint. I love the mint green with the bold red at Christmas. To me, that is Kitschmas right there, those colors.
Agree. And I just think it's so funny that they made a mold where it looks like Santa did something wrong and someone was about to yell at him because, again,
maybe Mrs. Claus was yelling at him.
Could be.
But is she the boss? I don't know. Maybe she is.
She makes the cookies, so.
Yes, she does.
Oh, that's true. Santa can't live without the cookies.
Eat, Santa, eat. That's all I keep.
He wants the butter bits.
Nobody likes a skinny Santa.
Oh my God, you're right. Yep, right on, Amy. Absolutely.
All right, thank you all for your bids. I'm going to go ahead and start a countdown so we can get through our last few rounds. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. No chips, no cracks, no repairs. Just a sweet little guy. Sweet little mischievous Santa.
Lefton at its finest right there. Let me tell
you. I mean, what can you say? They did such a good job. So there's the bid end. Thank you, Karen. So Brenda had a 17, but Sweet Rosebud came in with a just in case of 25. So this is yours for $18. Thank you so much.
All righty, gang. My next item is going to be choice at $10. And gang, you can't have Christmas without some of this composition. Christmas that they made in the late 60s into the 70s. So it's going to be choice. Some of these have wear. Gosh, I think they had wear when they came from the factory. And yes, some of them do glow. But I'm going to offer choice because maybe some people want to mix and match. Maybe you want all three, but we'll just start them at $10 each. So it's going to be choice on the Angels. This is sort of the pulp ceramic. It's like the pulp paper composition. If you guys kind of know what I'm saying, you can see they always have wear up top because these doubled as candle holders. Some people even use them as little planters. So Lillian, I see you in at 10. This girl right here, she is in the orange. And of course they always antique them. That was just sort of what they did back then. So this is your first choice. All of them measure about 7.5 inches tall. Then your next one is going to be your red one in a non-traditional sort of red. These are all the choir girls. Of course, there's just assume there's going to be wear around the crown. I swear, every time I find these, there's always wear around the crown. There's no major chips. There's no major cracks. And again, these are of the composition. So it would have been like a pulp that they mixed up with like a cardboard ceramic style pulp, poured them into molds, and then they would have painted them. So I'll show you, like, for example, the lips on her will glow. A lot of the orange on the first one glows. And then you have also the blue one at Christmas time. And of course, there is just a little bit of roughness and chipness to the crown. But again, you find that on almost all of these. But these have no major damage at all. All of them measure, like I said, just about 7.5 inches tall. We are in at $10. We're looking for 11 or more. You can mix and match. You can take all three if you want. And I'll show you how they glow. Like this one, it's going to be very bright. This one, if you put this one under black light, you're going to get glow from the cheeks to the lips on that one. And then I think the orange one, let me double check myself. Yeah, the whole body of the orange one glows. So if you want one that completely glows, the whole body of the orange glows. So let me show them to you together one more time. We're looking for 11 or more. That's going to be on choice. So let's count them down. We're going to count them down and just in case for active bidders. So we'll go from 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. And if you look, they do all match. Like she has a blue book. So the blue book kind of corresponds with her. She has the red book. So those two kind of go together, and then those sort of go together too. So you can mix and match. Lillian's in at 12, but Les had a just in case of 15 right before the bid end. So Les, you get first choice at $13. Let me know if you want the orange one, the red one, or the blue one. And since you have high bid, I got you for the orange one less. Thank you so much. So then, Lillian, you're back up, and we'll keep it moving. But Lillian, let me know if you're interested in one or two of these at your bid of 22. And they actually do sort of match. So you could get your red with the blue book and then the blue with the red book. So Lillian, let me know if you're interested in these at $12 each. And I think you guys were the only ones bidding. So I will watch the chat, Lillian. Let me know if you want both or if you want the blue or the red. And we'll get you going, Miss Amie.
Okay. This is our last official offer up round, and then we have our quick claims to get to. All right. So my last round here is going to start at $12, Jason.
Got it.
All right. And meow, meow. I had to bring this little mug tonight. So you can see up at the top of the handle, there's a tiny little white kitten. And this particular mug is made by Joseph Originals. They did do another kind of style in the same thing with the holly on the front with a tiny little mouse and a Santa hat hanging over the top of the handle. I think these are darling cute. They don't come around super often. And the reason why I'm starting at 12 is there is some cold paint loss. There is one of the berries here is completely missing the red paint. And the berries on the kitten's head are completely gone. And then there's a little bit of her bow that is missing as well. So that's why I was starting it at $12. But she still is darling cute. Look at her tiny little eyelashes. So there's no chips on this cup at all. There is a slight bit of crazing in a few spots, but there's no chips. And there's still some of the gold paint is still on there. It is maybe a little bit scratched, but not super terrible. But I think if you guys do want to touch up your ceramics, I have mentioned this before, Testors, Testors. It is model paint, like for model cars. It is the closest thing that matches red mid-century cold paint that I have been able to find. I have touched up quite a bit of my own ceramic pieces with it. It comes in a tiny little glass jar. If you want to ever do that to your pieces, that is like the closest match that I can suggest for you. But I don't think that the berry missing there takes away from it at all. I think it's very cute. You could pop like a bottle brush tree or something like that in there, pop it into a display if you didn't want to actually use it as a mug, but you certainly could. I don't really see any crazing or utensil marks or anything on the inside of the cup. It's nice and clean, and it is just plain on the back side. All right. So measurement for the kitty mug is 4.5 by 4 1/4. Again, made by Joseph Originals. There would have been a little foil sticker there somewhere on the bottom, but that is no longer present. All right. So Linda, hello, Linda. I see you're 13. Thank you so much. And Sweet Rosebud, I saw you're 12. So we're looking for 14 or more. We're going to count it down. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end.
Adorable. I've never seen these before, Amie.
They're very cute. Joseph Originals also did a whole series of little mugs with mouse faces painted on the front. Those are really cute too. Those you see more often than these, I think. All right, there's a bid end from Karen. So Linda Cardwell, this is coming to you for 13. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
So cute. All right, Bill.
Okay, Jason, I'm going to start this guy at $13. If anyone is interested, I have this awesome stocking-faced lenticular eye, Pixie, elf, caroler, Christmas dude, whatever he is, he's great. He's holding this candle. He's got his wooden feet. If you're not familiar with the ones with the wooden feet, most cases, and this one you can position the feet such that this will stand on its own. And I've done it multiple times with this particular one. But look at those eyes. They're winking at you all night. And look at the quality of, so this is a stocking face. So, and I always love these because of the way they make the nose. They do a stitch around the stocking to make this kind of pug nose. It is in such good condition. We're so accustomed to seeing these get little tears in them or get stained, but it's in really, really good condition. He's got his little blonde hair peeking out from his hat up at the top. And I was wondering if he had a jingle bell at the end of his hat, but I don't see any places where stitches would be. I almost might add one because I think that would be really cute. And probably some of you who haven't seen things like this before have heard us talk about the fact that many of these bodies are stuffed with sawdust or wood particles. I can actually show you on this one if you've never seen it before, because his coat up on the back does lift and it shows the netting. I just think it's interesting if you've never seen it before. It shows the netting that they use to hold all that sawdust in place. And if you are a fan of the Dream Pets, the Kamar pets, they're often made in the same way. Now, he doesn't have a Japan stamp, but I will tell you with 100% certainty that this is a Japan piece. But I love the fact that after all these years still has his candle, and it's in such good condition with the rosy cheeks. I just love the stocking based ones. They're just so fun. All right, thank you. I'm going to start that countdown. If anyone else is interested, we're looking at 14 or more. And let me just show you the blinking eyes one last time. I'm surprised it shows so well on camera.
I love the rosy. I love his rosy cheeks, and I love the way they make the mouth. It's so elementary, yet so kitschy good.
Yeah. All right, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end.
Queso's saying hello. I'm sure you can hear him.
I think Talos is hearing him.
Yeah.
You see him back there?
Yeah.
He had a day. All right. So congratulations, Harry the Hound Dog. This is yours for $13. Thank you.
All right. And Karen Gillette, thank you so much for being our mod and bid ender. And Holly, thank you for backing us up and assisting in all those links as well. And Karen, if you could, please drop Grady's link one or two more times in the sale so hopefully folks can head on over. Maybe I can make a request. Maybe Grady could play some Christmas in July music. I don't know.
Ooh,
maybe.
Some Burl Ives, perhaps.
Ooh. Oh, sounds good to me, Amy. So, of course, I can't do a sale without some shakers. So $14, there's no major issue to these, just a little bit of paintwear. So it is the Mr. and Mrs. Claus. They are shakers. They can be shelf sitters, but they are on their original wooden little bench. So I'll show them to you up close. I just get nervous holding them that they're going to fall. So let's start with the original little wooden bench. Usually these are never around. This one is around and has its original made in Japan label on it. So that's the original wooden bench. And then you have Mr. and Mrs. Claus. And again, if you didn't have the bench, they're first of all, they're Mr. and Mrs. Claus. They are the kissing Mr. and Mrs. Claus. They could also double as shelf sitters if you wanted to do that as well and take them off the wooden bench. Mrs. Claus has a little manufacturing defect. You can see one of the holes isn't cleanly open there in the ceramic. She has a little bit of cold paint wear right there, but a lot of times these would fall and the feet would get broken off. There's no damage on these. They still have their original Japan label and corks. So again, there is Mrs. Claus, and she's in really good condition. Thank you, Harry. I see you at 14. Just note there is some cold paint wear there, and there might be a little bit to the yellow right there, or there might be a miss on the yellow. Other than that, that's all I can say about her. She's in really, really good condition. Then you have Santa, and he's in really good condition. No issues with the feet there. Cork, original Japan. His cold paint is in tremendous condition. Just a little bit of the green. The red cold paint, though, is in tremendous condition. Even the red to the candy cane, a lot of times, like we were indicating with Bill's guy, a lot of those stripes seem to wear off. His are good and crisp, and so is his face and mouth. So the measurements real quick, the shakers measure about 4 inches tall. So they're about she don't like him tonight. She's looking the wrong way. So the shakers are about 4 inches tall. We're going to start a countdown. If anybody's interested, throw in that bid, and you can only use it just in case if you're an active bidder. Right now, Harry's in at 14 on the kissing Mr. and Mrs. Claus shakers. 15 or more, 15. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end, and stick around, gang. We still have our quick claim rounds. We have 3 rounds of quick claims. You can scoop up some kitschy Christmas from us. Harry, you're still in at 14, so we're just waiting on the bid end. I think you're going to go unopposed, and you're going to get yourself some kissing shakers. Congratulations, Harry. They're yours. They're going to look great in your display this year. Let's get us all up here. Miss Amie, could you tell them how the quick claims are going to work?
Yes, I will. So we're moving into our quick claims rounds, you guys. So it works a little bit differently than the offer up rounds. So we will show you an item. We'll describe it to you. We'll tell you the price. But you don't claim it by the price. You claim it by the letter that we give you. You don't, there's no bidding. There's no ties or anything like that. And then whoever types in the letter that we see first will get the item. So you claim by the letter, not by the price. Hopefully that makes sense. So we each have 3 claim rounds to bring you tonight. Do you want me to go first, Jason?
Got it, Amie. We'll get you up here.
All right. All right. So I have my first round. So first off, you're going to get this Happiest Christmas book. This is a Whitman Telltale book. So it's a smaller book. I had never seen this one before. It does have some writing in the front cover. Okay. It is from 1955. Really cute. Look at the Pixie bill.
Oh my God.
There's very cute illustrations that go throughout this book. Really cute Santa and deer illustrations that go throughout this one. You're also going to get Santa reindeer ornament to go with it. You guys know I like to pair my vintage. So you're going to get this cute little hard plastic deer wearing the Santa hat ornament to go with it. And the pair of items, you're going to get both together, is going to be $14 for the pair. And if you want to claim it, it's going to be letter R for reindeer, R for the book and the ornament. $14, letter R. If anybody wants to claim that. Just wait a minute for the lag. And these deer ornaments a little bit harder to come by, I will say. I have a couple of them on my Christmas tree. I'm not seeing any claims on that, so I will move it along.
What was that, Amie? How much was that?
$14, letter R.
Okay. All right. Hang on here, Bill. Let me get you over here real quick. All right there, sir.
So one of our viewers remembered that when I started doing this quick claim thing, I was nervous about having to pick a letter. And somebody promised that they'd send me some Scrabble tiles, but that never happened. So that viewer, when I met up with her a few weeks ago, is Patty Rose, everyone. She says hello. She can't wait to come back and visit us. She got me some Scrabble tiles.
Oh, how nice.
So I put them in one of my favorite McCoy planters, and that's how I'm going to be choosing letters from now on. All right, so up next, I have the sweetest little angel you ever did see ornament who is skiing on a pair of yellow skis. It's only 1.5 inches tall. So cute. And it has a buddy, a yellow angel skiing on skis. How fun are those? Did you get the R?
I got it. I just saw it come in.
You got a lag.
Thank you, Jan.
Yeah, Patty says hello, everyone. She'll be back. She's enjoying her time at the beach. So I have this pair that you're getting these as a pair if anyone's interested. Oh, wow. All the R's are coming in.
Yeah,
That's
there's something.
Really bad lag. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something. Yeah.
So they are super sweet. And these are older ornaments. They have these older gold tags. And if anyone's interested, you will get both of them for $10. If anyone's interested, $5 each, $10 for both. And it will be the first person. I'm so excited to do this for the first time. The first person to type in the letter O. If anyone is interested, I'm glad I didn't pick R. So if anyone's interested in these two little dudes, angels on skis, I mean, what's kitschier than that? The first person, yeah, skiing angel. So KB, thank you. I see you as the first O.
All right. Yeah, there's something definitely going on with our chat. So, gang, I'm going to have choice on ornaments. It's going to be $10 choice on the ornaments. This is your first one. It's going to be the flocked little snowman. He does have his original made in Japan label. He's in very good condition. He almost is very 1960s, you know, early 70s. But
It's
he is,
Liberace Snowman.
oh my God, he is. He is. So he's in like new condition. So these are going to be $10 each. Man, the lag is real tonight. So, hello, Cheryl, by the way. Welcome, Cheryl. Guys, make sure you're all refreshed. That way you're good to go, because these quick claims, it is going to come down to your internet speed. And Cheryl keeps coming in with the same initial. So, so this is going to be choice at $10. This is your first choice. He's the flocked little snowman. Then your other choice is going to be the beaded ornament with the little bottle brush tree on the inside. There are no beads missing at all. This would have been one of the kits. It has the little chenille style, velour style hanger, which is the ribbon on it. So that's your second choice. These will be $10 each. Whoever puts in the letter first can take as many as they want. And then I think, like, you guys may not like your clowns, but I think this cute little derpy little chubby little clown is really cute. He would be your other choice with the he's got like felt button style eyes. So it's going to be $10 choice. Whoever is interested and puts in the letter T as in Tucker can pick how many they want at $10 each. So the first person that I see that puts in T for Tucker, they're going to be $10 each. You can take as many as you want. Thank you, Noel. I see you in it first. So you just have to let me know which one or ones you want. Do you want the snowman? Do you want the clown? Or do you want the beaded? Or do you want all three of them at $10 each? And then Les, you'll have backup. So Noel, just let me know. I'd actually close my app out. I wasn't.
Noel wants the egg.
All right, you got it, Noel. And Les, let me know. Les, let me know which one you want. You have choice on either of these at $10 each. Just put snowman or clown, and I can watch the chat since you guys were the only one interested. So just let me know, Les.
Okay. Yes, the lag is weird. All right. Oh, and Jan Allardyce got my deer ornament in book. Okay. So my next item is this really cool George Horner made in England Christmas tree candy tin. It is embossed Horner on the back. These candy tins always have that wear on the back side, but this particular tin I don't see very often. I have never come across this one in the wild before. And you will see this in my video that's coming out this coming Sunday. And it does still have most of its paper label here that says Made in England, George Horner Company on the side. And it is the Christmas tree tin. I think it's very cool. This does date to the 1950s. And if I could get it to focus, then you can actually see it. But there is some wear right here in the center. So most of the color has come off right there in the center, but the rest of it, so it's embossed, so you can see kind of the outline of the ornaments. There's tiny little angel faces that are peeking out. There's a tiny little Santa, lots of great detail. And the good thing about these George Horner tins, I've talked about this before when I've sold them, is they're flat on the bottom, so it will stand up. You don't have to support it. It will freestand for you. Measurement on this is 5 by 5.5, and just the little wear in the center. So this is going to be $10 if anybody wants to claim that. So the letters to claim, if you're interested in the tin for $10, is the letter C. C for candy. I want candy. Letter C, $10. I really like this one. There was only one of these that had sold. Don't see it very often. All right, Jan, I see you as the first letter C. So this is coming to you. Congratulations. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, my next quick claim item is this little sweetheart, this little angel. She's in this pink organza dress, and she has light blue stockings on. She has her stocking net wings with the little glitter stars on them. Her hair is in great condition. She's just in amazing condition. The light blue eyeshadow. She is 7 inches tall and no staining, no glue residue. She's just really great. And she does have her original fantasy toy tag on her. Made in Japan. She has her Japan stamp back here. She is distributed by Cardinal Teen Toys from Jamaica, New York. and all of her other credentials. She's stuffed polyurethane on the inside. She's just really, really in good condition. She has her hands sort of in a praying. Her halo is just a little cockeyed, which I think is really fun. But I don't usually see these in such good condition. I think she is lovely. I don't know if they ever made these in brunette. Has anybody ever seen these in a non-blonde?
Musical ones in red hair and brunette hair besides the blonde, but I don't know about the tree topper kind.
Yeah, I don't know. She's actually a little doll.
Oh, just a little, bendy kind. I haven't seen that, Holly.
And just in really good condition. So if anyone is interested in adopting her, she's going to be $18, and she will be the letter Z. Why is that looking backwards on the screen? Does that look backwards to you?
Nope.
Okay. Just looks backwards to me because I need my new glasses. So letter Z for Little Pink Lady, if anyone's interested, or the letter X. But Lisa, we're looking for a Z. There it is. So Lisa, congratulations. She's yours.
Both good letters to play in Scrabble.
All right, guys. My next item now. These are really unique, okay? These are really old. I've never seen anything like these before. It's going to be choice on these ornaments. These are all made of chenille. The wreath is made of chenille, and the little dog is made of chenille to the point where it even has the little seed bead eyes and nose. So these are the little legs. That's its little tush hanging around with little legs, and it has a little tail. So you guys can, I didn't bend it too much because these are like pipe cleaner chenille and like bump chenille that they use. They're very fragile. These are really old. So you can move the little dog around however you want. So this is your first choice, and even this is chenille, and even it's a little chenille ribbon that they used, and even those little the little holly, the little holly beads are even made of chenille. So I have one in white, then I have one that is in like a purpley brown, depending how the light hits it. So these are really fragile and really cute. If you guys love little animals, and then I have another one in white. So you have two white ones to choose from, or a little black one. These are going to be $10 each because I've never seen these before. These aren't a hobbyist. These were factory made. So you can take as many as you want at $10 each. The letter M for Mother Tuckers. This one you can see has a little, I believe at one point that would have been red. I don't believe that would have been fading. I believe it would have been red and green together. And then this one, I believe, would have been all green. And then this one was all green. So some of these are faded. And I think these are probably from the very early 40s. And if there's no interest, that's okay. They are going to be $10 each, though. They're all made of chenille.
Asking what they are. They're dogs, right?
They're dogs. Me and Tina argued. It has a tail. It looks like a bear, but it has a tail. Do bears have tails? I don't think so. I mean, they do kind of look like little bears, but we went back and forth on them, and you can see the little seed eyes on the little dark colored one. They have to be dogs because they do have little tails. Let me see if you can see this one right here. This right here is the two legs, and then it has this cute little tail hanging right down there in between. So it's up to you guys. If there's no interest, that's okay. These might be something that's better sold in person at the shop. They're not reading as well as I thought they would on the screen. But these are super, super old, and they're going to be $10 each. If anyone's interested, put in the letter M, and we're going to keep it moving. All right, Amy.
Okay. All right. Last quick claim round. These are cool. Okay. I originally just got these for the box, and I didn't count everything that was in here when I picked them up, but I did count them earlier today, and they're all in here. So there's 36 Christmas Carol napkins, 4 each of 9 different illustrated carols, and they're all in here. But the box itself is pretty awesome. I like the graphic ability on that. There is a maker on here that I'd never heard of before, Emmett Smith out of New York. Not sure what else they made, but these are pretty cool. So I'm not going to show them all to you, but I want to show you a couple of them so you get the idea. So they are completely printed paper napkins. Come on, camera. There we go. Lots of detail. These are fantastic. So there's how many of each? 4 each of the carols that are in here. So I'm not going to show you everyone that's in here, but I'll show you a couple. Here's Silent Night. So it's got all of the words, just so much detail in these. Like, I don't know if I would actually want to use these because they're really cool, but they would be really great to craft with. I think if you like to do decoupage or something like that. There's Deck the Halls. Great graphics. I'll show you one more. Let's go way back here. Okay. God rest you, merry gentlemen.
Amy, these would be great if you decoupage them on like a serving tray or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah. And Good King Wenceslas will be all the way at the back. But great detail. There's all of them are in here. I did count them. There are 36 total napkins in here. And we'll get them back in the box. So the box is 6 1/4 by 6 1/4. All right. You get the box, displayability, plus anything that you want to actually do with those napkins. So if you're interested in that, these are going to be $12 for the whole set. And the letter to claim for $12 for the napkins is the letter S for sing. S for sing, sing all the carols. These are fun. I'd never seen these before.
That's a home run for Jan.
What did Jan? Oh, Jan got all 3. All right, Jan, you got the fast fingers tonight. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, my last item. I have a set. I have 2 vintage Christmas cards that both went to the same young man, Peter. The first one, and they both are special, I think, in a certain way. This first one, I'm a sucker for the combination of this red and this particular blue color at Christmas. I think it's so 50s and 60s. I love it. But there is glitter all over the front of this card. See how it sparkles? Can you see how it's sparkling up here?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so beautiful. And that snow person is all glitter. It's so wonderful. This is a Norcross card. And I know that it went to Peter because in very light pencil on the back, Peter was practicing how to write his name on the back of all of his cards. The second card that I have also has his name written on it. And this particular card was given to Peter from Daddy. And I always think that's fun when Dad gives a card. So this is the first one you'll get. And again, this one's a Norcross card. Now the second one is pretty special too. It's Santa driving a gold plane. Santa is pimped out in this gold plane, giving these 2 little kiddos a ride. This is a Hallmark card, and it was given to Peter from his aunt and uncle in 1961.
Oh my God!
So how
and
cool
the
is
plane
that?
on the inside.
Yeah, really cool. So I love these 2 cards together for different reasons, but I think they're so great. So if anyone's interested, both of the cards together as a set will be $10, and that will be the first person to type in the letter F. The letter F, as in fantastic cards. Why, thank you, Miss Pamela. The cards are yours.
Congratulations, Pam. All right, my last quick claims are going to be choice at $12, and no Christmas is complete without some plastic deer. I met my agreement with you, Amy. I brought some deer.
Good
so
job,
these are the Hong Kong ones. These are the smaller ones. I didn't measure these. Let me measure them real quick. One of them has glitter. One of them does not. They come in just about 5 inches tall from the highest antler, about 5 inches tall. They all have their bells. This one has some glitter on the antlers. So they're going to be $12 each. Each one is marked Hong Kong. So when you claim, if you only want one and you want the glitter, just put glitter. The other ones do not have glitter. So, and these do have the heads that you can adjust, however you want it to look. So I have 3 of them at $12 each. You can take 1, 2, or 3 or a variation. So the first person who puts in the letter D can let me know how many of the Hong Kong quintessential plastic deer they want. The hardest part is finding them with their bells. A lot of times they don't have their bells on still, and one of them does have glitter. I don't know if someone else did that or if they came from the factory like that. So Audrey, you're in first. Let me know if you want a flock of deer, if you want all 3, if you just want a glitter one, and the 2 without glitter are pretty much the same. Then Vicky, you'll have backup, and they are $12. Okay, they're all yours, Audrey. All right, guys. And I won't bring my quit claims back. We'll just use them another time. With that said, guys, we did it. We did it. That was.
Can I just say something?
Yes.
It may appear as though I did not meet my dear obligation tonight. However, remember, there was a mystery box with 10 items in it. I just want to point that out.
Gotcha.
Because I do not go back on my contractual agreements.
I don't know if I had a Pixie somewhere, but I'm sure there was a Pixie hiding in one of my trees that I sold earlier. So, guys, thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you so much, Karen Gillette, for being our official mod and bid ender. Holly, thank you for backing her up and dropping the links in there as well. Everybody else who helped us in the chat, we couldn't do this without you. Guys, I'll tell you what, these folks, including myself, we're passionate about Christmas, and I think it really showed here tonight. And I can't wait till our sales that come up at the end of the year. So for that, please make sure you're following everybody that's here on the screen. If you love Christmas, if you love good vintage, make sure you're following Enamor Amie. Her link is in the description. Make sure you're following Garden Guy Bill. Amie, you want to tell them where you'll be at next? Because
we've already talked about it a couple times tonight, but if you want to come over to my channel tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Pamela Blanchard, that's here in the chat tonight. It's our first live sale together. I can't wait. She is an amazing, lovely human being. She's very crafted and talented, and she's hilarious. So I know it's going to be a fun sale. So come over and see us tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for some more vintage and handmade Christmas goodies. And then I will also be back next Monday for Mother Tucker Monday with these two, my brothers in vintage, at 8 p.m. Eastern. So that's what I have going on. And reminder, you guys, I'm doing my invoicing on Sunday. So it's going to take me a couple days to pack tonight's sale, tomorrow night sale together. So you'll see an invoice from me on Sunday. So if you haven't sent the information to me, please make sure and do that, especially if you're a new buyer. Thank you guys so much.
And make sure you're following Pamela Blanchard. It's Oak Grove Mercantile. If someone could please be so kind, that's a mod, drop her link down in the chat. Make sure you're giving her a follow too, because she's a Christmas-loving vintage reseller as well. So yes, please make sure you're giving Pam a follow too. So, all right, Mr. Bell, you got a busy week. Busy.
I don't know what I did to myself, but if you have some time before you head over to Amie and Pam's sale tomorrow, I'll be over on Instagram with my friend Steph, Crazy for Kitsch. We're selling kitsch. We sell for 2 hours and we end after 2 hours. We bring as many rounds as possible. It's really fun. And then on Friday, if you're around on Instagram at noon, I'll be in a marathon with summer vintage items, and I have some really cool things. And then if you're a Whatnot subscriber, I will be on for a half an hour on Whatnot at 3:30 on Friday Eastern, and my half an hour is going to be full of shrooms and hooters. It's all mushrooms and owls, vintage mushrooms and owls. So if that's something you like in your decor, feel free to come on over to Whatnot. And if you need to figure out how to do that, you can just go to my Instagram page and find out. I will be invoicing for this sale tomorrow morning, unless I get an email from you saying you want me to hold the boxes for the future, which is absolutely fine.
And Pam, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you're part of the weekend marathon too over on Whatnot. So Pam, if you want to please put in the chat when your time will be so they can make sure to follow you over on Whatnot. But Pam will also be participating in the Whatnot marathon this weekend. Gang, they covered it for me. I'll be back here Monday night for Mother Tucker's Monday with the lovely Enamor Amie, my co-host Garden Guy Bill. Then we'll be back next Wednesday for Fantastic Finds. We already have some lined up. We're going to see some of, I think, Noel next week, and we're going to see some of Les's Fantastic Finds. So, gang, remember, we're the only channel going fully interactive. You get to participate. You get to have the limelight for a moment here on YouTube. Again, thank you guys so much. Mr. Gavin of Grady Gruppo's Vintage Recordings, I think we all are sort of requesting maybe a Christmas song this month or in Christmas in July over on your YouTube channel. If you're taking requests, Mr. DJ, that would be great. Gang, again, we're all privileged to be able to do this. We couldn't do this without you. We look forward to being able to see you guys every single Monday and Wednesday. And again, before I let you go, please consider giving the gift of life. If you guys aren't organ donors, please consider becoming an organ donor. I was given the gift of life. There are some folks in our vintage community that need some help. There's some that might need some help. So every little bit helps. It's very easy. The next time you renew your driver's license, just please check that box and say yes to being an organ donor. It's literally that easy. Gang, have a great night. Happy Christmas in July. We're going to see you again. Have a great night. Take care. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everyone.